Come on. All right. It says you are live. Today's live stream brought to you by nobody but me. So here we go, y'all. We got a lot to cover today, but I'm going to try to do it pretty quick because I know I got some stuff I want to do. That we got the WNBA here in Phoenix this weekend. So we want to get out and drive for the WNBA. People started arriving yesterday because I took a couple of people to a club. You know, they were here for it and they're here for the event. So hopefully we can all get out there and make some money. But I woke up this morning to what up, Rock, my brother. Woke up this morning. Well, last night I was going to sleep and we knew that all the systems were crashing everywhere. So Eric was doing airport runs and he was supposed to get back to me about how the airport looked this morning. But Jamil, what's good, brother? Did you go by the airport, Jamil? Did you go by? How was the airport looking this morning, man? Was it crazy or what? With all them people like stranded and not having nowhere to go, man. Go gig it. What's good, my man, Ron? Eric, there you go, man. What up, Marcel? Life on the West Coast. King Jordan, what's good, brother? What's good? Oh, Long Beach in the house. That's what's up. Hey, if you in Long Beach and you need a ride, hey, we got Dennis in the chat. Hit the chat up. Be like, Dennis, where you at, man? We stuck at the airport. Hit him up. Anybody out there? Like I said, for all you drivers, drop where you from because you never, because like I said, this is also on Facebook. I can't see what's on Facebook, but they can see it over there. So if you're like somewhere, you're like, hey, man, I'm actually in St. Louis airport or I'm in St. Louis driving. Somebody might be at the St. Louis airport stuck, might see you in the chat and be like, hey, man, if you there, dude, can you come get us from the airport? There's like 4 of us with luggage. Be like, all right, I'll be up there in a minute. King George, the NYC. Yeah, I was about to talk about NYC. The Persian cucumber was good. Insta Poppy. Get more rides from Trip Radar than the other way. Screw the advantage. Yeah, exactly. I was getting Trip Radar hits on Uber. I just turned Uber on to see what it would look like. Yeah, I'm like, it was too much garbage coming through Trip Radar, but it's good for conversions. It's good for that. But as far as like driving, I was like, nah, They didn't have any problems that I saw. Did 3 trips. Okay, yeah, yesterday I was having issues. Yeah, I couldn't even log on. I was in Mesa and I was trying to log on Hum, Lyft, Uber. My Spotify wouldn't work, everything. Tracy, what happened with the dog? Oh, I got a video on here already. I put a video. It's in my recently uploaded content. You can see the video of what happened with the dog. So still here hanging out and everything. Went for a couple of swims yesterday. He hasn't been for a swim today. He's pretty cool. I just put a video on TikTok before I got on this live stream. And so if you want to see like the most recent stuff, it's on TikTok. I'll probably bring it over to this side at some point. But yeah, man, I was trying to turn my Hum on yesterday and not even Spotify was frozen. Nothing was working. So I was like, forget it. So I went and sat that quick trip, kicked back for a while. Everything just started working. And as soon as it started working, I got that black SUV ping. And that was it for the night. I called it good after that. I said, yeah, let me get up out of here. It's dead up in here. But I woke up this morning and I saw what was going on up in New York. Or was it Washington, D.C., where they were doing a protest? It happened yesterday or something like that. This is my whole thing with the protests. To the people who are organizing it, to the people who are organizing these protests, you're doing a good job with getting the word out. You really are. But it's not just about getting attention and saying, hey, we protested. It's not about that. There has to be a reason for it. You need to get something out of it. If you're doing it for legislation purposes, then just marching up and down the street ain't working out. You got to go talk to your actual legislators. You got to like go talk to people, unions, talk to politicians. You got to really talk to them. Just marching up and down the street, it don't work. So I want to sit up there and kind of help you guys, not really organize, but kind of give you guys a frame of mind of, are we just doing busy work? You know, it's like cutting grass without having the bag catcher on the back, because you're going to cut the grass and have grass everywhere to clean up. And then you're going to be like, I'm creating more work for myself. And that's what the protests are doing. They're creating more work for yourself. What up, Robert Reese? Creating more work. Because you got all these people taking time off, flying in town, gathering, getting together, creating this big ruckus. But there's no point to it. Like, you're not, all you're saying is, we want more pay. Of course you do. That's why people protest. We want not to be activated. Of course, that we've been talking about that for years. So you can't keep saying the same thing over and over. Say, if we don't get this, this is what we're going to start doing. You need to put an if-then statement in your protest. If you don't start coming up with new ways to pay us, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start canceling rides and doing them for cash. That's what we're going to start doing. And that's how you make them nervous. And they go, oh, that's what you're going to do? Because if you're just protesting and then you need money after the protest, you just start driving, doing the same thing you've been doing. What's the point of you protesting? If you go back to the old way, What are you protesting the old way for? Because you're doing the old way. We protest the old way and we change the game. We say, this is what we're going to do. If you guys don't want to pay us, cool, don't pay us. We're going to get the riders to pay us. This is what we're going to do. You have to have a plan B with your protest. You guys we're going to march and we're going to make sure we're aware and we're going to be on the news. Okay, now what? We got to go back driving. I got to go turn my apps on and start driving again because I got to make money, all the money I missed protesting. Yeah, because they're not increasing your money. The apps have told you we're not increasing your money. We're going to do away with all the incentives. We're doing away with quests, surges, streaks. We're doing away with all of that. And we're going to pay. Right now, they're paying EVs. Anybody with EVs tends not to get locked out because they want to do this green initiative stuff. So people with EVs tend not to get locked out as much as people without EVs. And then we're seeing that most of the rides are going to people with high ARs who are taking everything under the sun because they got the advantage or whatever. But we know who those people really are. They're people who are renting accounts. They're renting accounts and they don't have the leverage to do a cash ride like we do. People who are renting cars or renting an account don't have the leverage to have their own and say, hey, you know what? I'm an independent contractor. If you're renting a car, guess what? You're working for Hertz Enterprise because you got to do so many rides to keep that car. If you're renting an account from somebody, guess what? What up, Dom? If you're renting an account for somebody, you got to generate so much money on that account because you only get a percentage of what you're generating on that account. You're not doing cash rides. They're logging your miles, your time, your gas. You can't just say, hey, I rent an account from you, then just start doing cash rides because they're going to be like, okay, you're renting my account off of me, but you ain't accepting no rides. You're accepting, but you're canceling. Are you doing cash rides on my account? Yeah. Man, you're going to get my account banned. What are you doing? You're going to get my account kicked out. What are you doing? So they can't do that because the account holder is telling them, do not do cash rides on my account. Do not cancel rides on my account. Do what you're told on my account. So these are not independent contractors. They're pigeons. They're employees of somebody whose account they're purchasing. So the way we protest as independent contractors, as we say, hey, I don't know what you just paid for this ride. I know you paid a lot because like I said, we market, we look for our market and we see what the prices are, the going market rate that Uber and Lyft creates. That's what they call their market rate. That's not the market rate of Phoenix. That's the market rate of Uber and Lyft and what they're charging. My market rate might be a little more than what Uber and Lyft is charging because they gave too deep of a discount. My market rate could be less. So I'm saying, if I go airport to airport, I'll charge you $70 in a car, maybe 100, 125 in an SUV. And they go, oh, well, Uber's only for SUV. Uber's saying $80. No, we're not doing $80 because if they're charging $80, then they're probably giving me like $40 of that. And I'm not doing airport to airport in the SUV for $40 when airport to airport is normally about 100, 125. I'm not taking $40 for it. So I'd have to say, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that. If that person really wanted to go to airport, they just pay me and say, okay, cool, let's do it. I'm not going to be worried about, Uber and Lyft sitting here trying to get a ride. Nobody's ever going to take me because the price is too low. That's how you fight low prices. Don't do the ride. Don't protest and still do the rides because what's the point of the protest? I would like to see everybody who's protesting out there. I like to see, what your AR is. I like to see what your cancellation rates are because I want to check the protesters. Are you really doing something in real life or are you doing all this shit for show? Because I don't do shit for show. You ain't never seen me at no protest, but you see me making money and doing my thing. You ain't never seen me at, because I think protests are good for getting attention. But if you only in it for the fame and you're not in it for the funds, I can't fuck with you. It's either fame, funds, I don't fuck with you. One of the two. So we got to be in it for the funds. That's what this channel is about. How you going to get the funds? Don't care about the fame. Fame don't pay the bills around here. You can't tell your landlord, hey, man, I was in a protest on the news. Want to see me? Yeah, cool. You got that 1,800? What do you mean? I was on a protest, man. I was protesting, dude. Ain't that cool? Yeah, it's cool, motherfucker, but you got my 1,800. So we in it for the funds. So if you in it just to say, hey, this is what I did. I do protests. I'll be out there protesting. I'll be getting it. Are you getting the money? What up, Chris D? So if you ain't getting the money, I mean, it's not going to make sense. All this shit's not going to make sense. Mars says AR 12%, cancel 37%. AR on DoorDash 3%, Uber 9%. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, did Chuck say DoorDash is able to the ability to turn off food deliveries and delivery preferences. They force you to have that crap ping on your phone. Oh. And you know what I'm starting to see on Uber as well? Just like what, you know what? I did a short the other day. And that short talked about how New York, because New York be winning settlements all the time. They always winning settlements against Uber and Lyft. So New York, even the taxi cab people, when people are online and they don't have active time, but they're actually online, they still get compensated for being online because you're technically working in the eyes of New York, the law up there. So Uber and Lyft know this, and they looking down the pipe. They saying, well, in New York, the taxi people get paid just for being online. They don't just get paid for active time. They get actually online time payment too. So Uber and Lyft is like, well, shit, they see it coming down the pipe. Well, what we gonna do? Let's start kicking them offline. See, if we kick them offline, no retroactive pay. Because if they leave these people online, they can go back through the records and they can say, we need retroactive pay for all of these people that were online during this time frame and weren't paying for those online hours. You got to do retroactive pay. Uber and Lyft ain't stupid. They know they're going to lose this because their contracts are void and voidable. Their terms of service agreements are garbage. They know they're illegal. They're unconstitutional. They know that. They're not stupid. They know what's coming down the pipe. The stupid people are the ones that don't know what's coming down the pipe. That's why I told you, get your private clients up, get your business cards up, because we see what's coming down the pipe. Now, Uber and Lyft is like, well, one day we're going to have to pay these people back retroactively for all the online time we got them sitting online, and we throttling them down, not giving them a ride. Because they used to, I'm going to tell you on my Lyft account, this, because in Phoenix, they haven't done it yet. But hopefully they make a federal statute that says if you're on a gig app and you're actually online on that gig app and they're throttling you, not sending you money and not sending you rides, you should be able to be, reimbursed for that. Let me go in here real quick. I'm going to see weekly breakdown. Oh, okay. I drove for an hour, 12 minutes on Lyft this week, an hour and 12 minutes for $103. So an hour and 12 minutes, I made $103. But let me tell you what my actual online time was. My actual online time this week was 14 hours because it was 10 hours and 37 minutes that day. 10 hours and 37 minutes I was online for one day because I fell asleep and I left my app on and no pings came through. I was asleep the whole time. I was online for 10 hours, 37 minutes that day. And I did one ride. I fell asleep and I woke up and got a $30 ride with a $10 tip on it. So it was a $40 black SUV. And it took me 10 hours and 37 minutes to get one ride. I was online for 10 hours and 37 minutes. And my ride, only the actual active time for that ride was 23 minutes. That was it. 23 minutes was the only time I drove that day, 23 minutes. But I was online for 10 hours and 37 minutes. I didn't get a single ping all day. So the next time I was online was yesterday. I was online for 3 hours and 36 minutes yesterday. 3 hours and 36 minutes, but I only drove 50 minutes. That was it, because I had to get to the people in there. And I made $62.50 with that dude. So an hour, 12 minutes. In an hour and 12 minutes, I made $103, but I was online for over 14 hours. Now, in New York, they say you got to pay him, even though he drove for an hour and 12 minutes, you still owe him 13 hours of some type of pay for him being online. You owe him 13 hours. And the city of New York, the city of New York is like, because that's what we do to our drivers. So what did Uber and Lyft do? They say, we gonna kick these people offline because we ain't gonna be sitting here racking up all this online time and then retroactively have to pay this shit back one day. That's why they kicking them offline, because they know what's coming down the pipe. What's coming down the pipe is them doing what they're doing to us, throttling us. 14 hours online, an hour and 12 minutes of actual driving. That's 13 hours of money you owe me. 13 hours of money you owe me. They said you got to pay Jeff at least $30 an hour. Okay, $30 times 13. So what, you owe me $390 now. You owe me $390 now for just me sitting online. Multiply that times every driver who has to be paid for at least 13 hours, $390. And that's every week or because that's only 2 days. That's only in 2 days. So every 2 days, you're paying drivers $400, literally $200 a day. Just for sitting online. If you don't give them any rides, you're making $200 a day just sitting online. They know what's coming down the pipe. That's why these apps started kicking the people in New York off, because they know retroactively they finna get their ass handed to them. And I'm like, and Phoenix, we don't get that. You know, we haven't started that issue. Wait a minute. It says something about view issues. Let me see something. What happened on my phone? It says view issues. It says you're on a 6-hour break. You can go online again Friday at 7:37 p.m. I must have fell asleep with my phone on again because I don't get rides. So I must have fell asleep with my phone turned on. Let's see. I don't know how you can see how many hours you did on this thing, because they don't tell you what your total hours is anymore. It says I was online 1 day, 7 hours and 31 minutes, so 24. So it says I was online for over 30 hours, because it says I was online. I did 2 rides in 1 day, 7 hours and 31 minutes. So that means I was online 1 day is about 24 hours. 7 hours makes that 31 minutes. So I was online for 31 hours and 31 minutes, and I only drove for an hour and 12 minutes out of 31 hours. That's crazy. That's crazy. Man, that is nuts. I'm trying to find, I need to find out. Yeah, because that's it. Only 1 hour, 12 minutes of book time. That was it. That was it. An hour and 12 minutes of book time. But I was online for 1 day, 7 hours, 31 minutes. So over 31 hours of me sitting online, and I only drove for an hour out of 31 hours. So they owe me 30 hours. Let's say times $30. That's $900 they owe me just for me doing nothing. If they said, well, you got to guarantee Jeff makes $30 an hour, you owe me $900 now. This is why they're kicking everybody offline, to not have that situation pop up. It's coming. It's coming down the pipe, man. It's coming. Say, go to breakdown and see how long you've been online a day. Well, it says weekly breakdown, and it doesn't show how long I've been online today. Not today at all. It just says this. That's when I hit weekly breakdown. Let me go see if I hit activity breakdown. See all activity, but it doesn't show me anything, because I can only see the 2 rides 1 day. I see it on this screen. It says 2 rides in 1 day, 7 hours and 31 minutes. So basically, yeah, I have only did 2 rides in 31 hours. Yeah, crazy. But that's how they're throttling us down and everything. View details above customer compliments. Oh, hold up for a second. Let me try that. Oh, somebody's trying to call me right now. Go to voicemail. All right, let me go see something real quick. Above customer. Oh, customer comment. Okay, hold up for a second. I know what you're talking about. Let me go in here. Let me choose a ride. Ooh, choose a ride. Above customer. Let me go down here. Rate passenger. Doesn't say that. I don't know how to get there. I ain't worried about it. I could do math. I ain't worried about it. But it's got to be a way. Yeah, I haven't done any rides today though. It says 0 today. So therefore, I can't do any breakdowns of rides today, because the last time I drove was yesterday at about probably 10 o'clock p.m. So yeah. See, that's a response to seeing acceptance rate. Yeah. It happened to me yesterday. They're throttling bad. They're throttling bad right now, man. And that's what I think they're trying to get away with in New York, kicking people offline. And there's a video I saw. Hold up for a second. I'm gonna this guy here. I'm gonna show y'all this video. This dude is hilarious. This is another New York driver, because I kind of go through my news feeds and stuff like that. Let me see, where's history at? History. Okay, so I'm in history. Bam, here we go. Hold up. Okay, so this guy here, I don't know what his channel name is, because like I said, it's in a foreign language. But I'm gonna share this screen with you guys real quick. Hold up. Share screen here. Share. All right. So I want to hear it with you guys. We're gonna listen to this real quick. This is pretty funny. Listen to this. Hold up.
Hello, good evening. Yesterday, we are the driver, Uber and Lyft driver. We had a strike July 17, 2024. It was 1 p.m. We started from the city hall. 1 p.m. We started from City Hall and we marched all the way to Uber office 175 Greenwich Street. And the following day, or actually it was like the same day at night, Uber and Lyft said that we had this strike, we made this strike because we as a driver, we were kicked out from their platform. And this is a lie, and this is a big lie from Uber and Lyft. They try to manipulate the public, they try to manipulate the drivers, they try to manipulate the TLC, and they try to fool everyone. So that was not true. We had that strike yesterday to stop the lockout. We're still active, we still can work, but every single day, the past 2 months, Uber and Lyft locked us out every single day, like for 2-3 hours every single day, to minimize our payment. Because the longer we stay empty, we have no job, looking for job from Uber or Lyft, the more money they will pay us to. And Uber and Lyft, to avoid this, they turn off the app on us, but we're still working for them. So right now, today is July 18. I
Yesterday.
am here in Brooklyn, and I'll show you here a live. That's a Lyft app. That's a Lyft app, okay? And right
This
now
is
it's
real shit going
1:36
on.
p.m. Lyft shut the apps, or locked out the apps, like since 10 o'clock in the morning until now, okay? And here, look, you cannot sign in. They tell you is a view issue. Look, when you press view issue, they tells you a false and a fake messages that the TLC regulation, that's a response from to TLC regulation, driver utilization time spent driving. So that's what I said. They try to turn off the apps to not to pay us more money. So that's about Lyft. Let us go fast here, because I work for both of them, for Uber also and Lyft. So this is Uber. You
So
see,
his Uber
when you
account.
try to sign in, it's nothing. You cannot sign in.
Look at
So
that.
you have a message say, same thing. TLC rules force us to limit access, okay, to limit access to the platform. So you cannot log in. So they ask you, or they ask the driver to drive somewhere else. So you keep spending gas and energy to go somewhere else. You don't know where is somewhere else. You go to Manhattan, or you go like 5 miles away from Brooklyn, it's still locked out. So that's a response for the lies about the statement Uber and Lyft just made yesterday and today in the media, all over the media. Okay, that's a live. Today is 1:38 p.m. July 18. Thank
Today's
you.
the 19th over
Driver,
here.
my name is Muhammad.
Mohammed. Okay, cool. So that's whose channel that is. That's Muhammad's channel. Now I saw that come in my thing. So I know it, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, people are pissed. We have, and Muhammad, I'm guaranteeing he's illegal. He's a legal immigrant over here working to provide for his family, came over here, got his account up and running, knows what he's doing. He has no shame showing his name, showing his account information, showing he's elite. That's how you can tell he's legal, and he's not trying to hide shit. He's really over here trying to help everybody figure out the system over here. And that's why I wanted to show his video, because people like say, you're a xenophobe, you're a racist. No, I'm just against people who are illegally here ripping our systems of America off. He's not one of those people. He is legally in this country working just like us, trying to provide benefits for his family just like us. He's doing it. So I wanted to make sure I showed his channel, show him some love and everything, because he's actually in the heat of the battle. And Uber and Lyft, I told y'all a long time ago, they are the same company. The only reason why Lyft exists on American soil is because of the Sherman Antitrust Act. That's it. If not for the Sherman Antitrust Act, Lyft wouldn't exist. Why do you think Uber is in every other country, but Lyft is not? Because every other country don't have the Sherman Antitrust Act. We have a law. But the thing is, Uber and Lyft are in collusion, because how would they know to kick him out on Uber and to kick him out on Lyft at the exact same time? How would they know that? Because I'm sitting there going, one of those guys, he's the axis dope. I know I like him. He's cool, man. And one of those times when I tell people, when they're messing around with the surges, why is it surging like crazy? $15, $20 on Lyft in this area, but on Uber, it's $1. And then when you go see an Uber surge, Uber be like $5, $10, $8 in the area. Lyft ain't got no surge at all because they're the exact same company. They're manipulating the drivers. They're keeping a driver pool on each app move separately. It's collusion. They're not trying to steal customers from each other. They're trying to, like when Lyft says, hey, if you're late for your airport ride, we'll send you an Uber. Lyft says that shit. They're colluding with each other. They're not competitors. They're colluding with each other. So when we sit up there and we say, well, we want to do the ride, give us the money, we'll go do the ride, pay us. No, we're not going to pay you. No. We'll pay Uber, but we're not going to pay you. Why? I'm the same car that's going to drive on Uber on Lyft. I'm the same car. But, you know, can I get the $100 that you plan on giving to somebody? No, we're not going to give you $100 because we only help each other. Uber and Lyft, they're in collusion. Sherman Antitrust Act. Sherman Antitrust. If the overseas, it's a duopoly. Yeah, it's a monopoly. It's a monopoly disguised as a duopoly. That's what it is, Wes, because we know these are the same companies. They pretend to be different. And I'm telling you, man, if they didn't have those NDA agreements signed, these employees didn't have NDA, you will never see a rideshare YouTube channel, TikTok channel, Facebook channel, basically talking about their day at work at Uber and Lyft. You will never see that because there's too many NDA agreements because they know that they're in collusion. They know that the terms of service agreements, all the shit they're doing is shady and criminal. They know that. They're going to do what they can to get away with it. You will never see. Scour the whole YouTube. You will never find, I'm a former employee of Uber. I'm a former employee of Lyft. And this is what goes on there. You will never find that. You will never find that because they know that they're doing some shady shit to all these drivers. And what's these employees know, the information they know, they can end up getting them over in court because they can say, hey, I was a former employee of Uber. And I'll tell you right now, this is what we're really doing. Really, we're just doing whatever we feel like doing. We steal tips. Driver get 15% tip. You know, we give them 7.5%. We take the other 7.5%. I mean, the apps ain't gonna say shit to us because what we gonna do? If the apps call me an employee, a criminal, I'll say, bro, I work for a criminal enterprise. If you call me a criminal for stealing somebody's tip, I'll just snitch on you. You fire me for stealing somebody's tip and you stealing all of this other shit. It's like, man, it's a whole criminal enterprise. Like I said, with that video I dropped, that's the corporate culture. What you see their executives doing, what you see these employees doing, that is their corporate culture. Our job, the real protesters, we're the proactive protesters. We like to go and get people off the plantation. We take riders off the plantation. We take drivers off the plantation. We get everybody off the plantation because we know it's all crime. It's all crime. And they can't say anything in it. Like I keep saying, you could deactivate me if you want to. Oh, I'm digging in. I got a lot of screen recording, screenshots. I know what's going on. I'm not signing no NDA. And I told y'all, if I do sign the NDA, the only way y'all gonna know that I won my lawsuit against Uber if I sign an NDA is I'm gonna get one of the most expensive cars I could fucking find. That's your sign right there. You're gonna be like, Jeff, what in the hell are you doing a Lambo yours? You don't drive cars like that. I'm like, what did I tell you a long time ago? What did I only did it because I had to. If I go out and get a Buick Skylark, you're going to think, why the fuck does he got a Buick Skylark? A little piece of shit car. No, I'm going to get something that lets you know he got a lot of money from these people. He signed an NDA agreement. I'm going to let you know. And then I'm going to drive it for a year and trade that shit in and get like a Buick Skylark. Say, oh, now you got to be, yeah, I just had to have it for a year to let you know what happened. Now I'm going to give me a Buick Skylark. And man, I'm telling you, is that, yeah, they listen to your phones too. I was listening to Rap Loud and one Uber app sent me a notification asking me something to the effect of frustrated trying to find the customer. Am I frustrated trying to find the customer? Wow. Because you were listening to Rap Loud. That's that AI listening in. That's that AI. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Like I said, I should probably say this in a membership group, but I'm going to say this out loud because I don't even drive Uber. I haven't driven Uber in like 6-7 weeks now. And it's not for any other reason other than I know they're listening into my shit. And I'm going to tell you how I know that. I already told Miss T already. And I said, Miss T, I haven't even said this shit on my channel. So I was telling Miss T something I never told anybody. So now all 49 of y'all on this channel, y'all finna hear some shit that I never told anybody except Miss T. So one night I'm sitting in Mesa. I'm just hanging out. And I'm scouting rides. I'm on Lyft. Lyft ain't sending me shit. So I'm saying, well, damn, let me see what's on Uber to see what Uber's got going on. If there's any activity going on Uber. Turn on Uber. Bing. like $8 for like 4 miles, like UberX shared, something weird like that. $8, 4 mile UberX shared. I'm sitting literally right across the street from it. And I know Uber's probably like, I told you he was going to talk about it one day. What did I tell you? But you raggedy bastards got an NDA and you don't have permission to listen to what's on my phone. I didn't give you that permission. So the fact that what I'm saying right now is proof that they have already violated their agreement to not get, because I have all my permissions turned off on my phone and I never gave them permission. This story right here is proof that they violated my rights. They violated my rights and they know it. I know it. The girl in the back knows it. Because I picked her up from work. I'm driving. And first when I pulled up and she looked at her phone. She looked at me. And I called her and I said, hey, this and that. She says, yeah. So she came walking over to got in and everything, shut the door. I said, hey, guess what? I said, you know what? I'm only getting like $8 for this ride. So I'll tell you what, I'll do it for 15. Say, this is a really nice vehicle. I'll do it for 15. It's a really nice vehicle. And she was like, I'll do it for 15. Because I was like, no, I said 20. That's what I said. I said 20 because I remember I said $20. And she said, I'll do it for 15. I said, okay, cool. Let's do it for 15. So she cashed at me $15 right there on the spot. Cashed at me $15. I was like, perfect. Started chatting and driving. Now, I didn't get her address because I just canceled the ride. So I said, you got to tell me where we're going. So she said, okay, this is where we're going. I said, all right, cool. No problem. So we're cruising. And we're just talking, listening to music, having a good time, just talking about life, everything in general, this and that. Get in front of her house. I'm pulling down her street. So I come down her street. I'm going south. And then the street kind of bends to go east a little bit. So I'm coming south. Her phone started ringing. And she's like, why is Uber calling me? And I was like, what? She says, yeah, Uber's calling me right now. So she said, hello. And they were like, and she had it on regular phone on her ear, not speakerphone. Check this shit out. She said, hello. And they were like, so she's like, yeah, this is she. And she was like, and they were saying something to her. And she was like, no, my friend came and got me. And they kept saying something. Just, no, I don't know who Jeff is. My friend came and got me. This is what she was saying on the phone. And she's still in my car. And I'm still going south right before I turned the bend. And they were asking, what kind of car does he got? She was like, I don't know what kind of car he drives. My friend came and got me. I don't know what kind of car he drives. That lets them, Uber knows my phone and they know the Wi-Fi address of my cars. They know both of my cars. They know the Wi-Fi addresses on both of my cars because they asked her what type of car. He's like, I don't know what kind of car Jeff drives. My friend came and picked me up. And she was kind of, and I was being silent. So I'm cruising. I'm like, and she was getting out the car and she was like, thank you. And I was like, and I can hear as she was walking off, she was still like, no, my friend just dropped me up at home. I'm about to walk in my house. So she was just saying it as she was walking off. Shut the car door, driving. I had the Uber app off and everything. So I knew at that point, they're still tracking me, tracking my phone, tracking my car. They know my cars, the Wi-Fi on my vehicles. They know if I'm driving this one or that one. So if you can't tell me that they know that shit about me, Jeff, how do they not know this shit about these immigrants? They know these immigrants are not driving the cars that are on these apps. Somebody got picked up the other day and the lady said, yeah, I was going to reject the ride. And I told him, I'm going to reject the ride because you don't look nothing like your picture or whatever this and that. She told support, he don't look nothing like his picture. Support said, well, did the car match the description? Did the license plates match? That's all they said. It was nothing about the driver. Nothing about the driver, nothing about the account. They said, did the car match? Did the license plates match? That's what they asked. And I'm like, these apps know exactly what they're doing. Like I said, I never told nobody that story. Never told nobody that story. And I'm one of those people that believe in transparency, full transparency. It's not like I can lie about it. I can tell the truth about it and Uber can't do shit about it because Uber don't have the authority or the rights to do something on my phone and to my car when I never gave them permission to. The most they can do is sit there and try to come up with a reason. Oh, well, because of safety. And it's funny. And I'm going to tell you what really happened down to the science of what really happened. I did it in my truck. They have my car on. I was on the BMW side. I saw the ride pop up. I just canceled it. I can't do it on the app in my car because I'm not in my car. So if I did the ride on the app in my car, I'm basically committing fraud because I'm actually saying on the app, I'm driving my BMW on your insurance here when I'm not in. I had to move over to Hum. Now, Hum has insurance for me, so I can put it on Hum and not commit fraud, because now I'm on an app that's registered to my truck and I'm giving a ride to somebody who's actually agreeing to amount of money. I never committed fraud on the Uber app. I just canceled the damn ride. I can't do this ride on Uber because I'm not in my Beamer. I'm in my truck. They knew I wasn't in my Beamer. They knew it. And they sat there and asked that lady, what kind of car was he in? And she says, I don't know what kind of car he was in. My friend came and picked me up. So Jeff didn't come pick you up? No, my friend came and picked me up. I don't know what you're talking about. And they were like, oh, well, your account, she said something about your account shows that you, somebody accepted your ride and canceled your ride or whatever. Your account shows that she was like, no, not me. It's not on my account. It didn't. Says, yeah, your account shows that she said, no, I didn't get a ride on my account. And they were, the whole time I'm driving south on the street, she's arguing with this person on the phone about her account and what kind of car I got. That's how I know they're listening into our shit. But they can't say nothing to me though. But it's kind of ironic because 2 days after that, that's when the background check shit started. That's when they background checked me and they took my truck off of their platform. So now only the car is there. That's it. Only the car. So I'm like, okay, so they're trying to set me up. That's why I haven't driven for their ass in 6 weeks. I can drive the BMW any day. They're trying to set me up to where they want to catch me in the actual act and ask a rider. That's why they're saying, hey, recommit to the guidelines. Be honest about feedback. Be honest when we ask you a question. Fuck you, criminals. We ain't got to be honest to y'all. We can say what we want to say to anybody. It's like, if you don't want us on your app, just say, hey, you know what? We don't want you on the app. Deactivate me. But they know if they do, I have a case against them because they infringed on my privacy when I never gave them permission to. And they can say, oh, yeah, well, you said it on YouTube. Oh, I said it a long time ago on YouTube. If you're going to deactivate me you should have already deactivated me for a long time ago when the action actually happened. You didn't. So now I can just jump in my BMW, drive around doing BMW rides, canceling, converting, doing whatever the hell I want to do because they have no say in me using my truck or not now. My truck is completely off their app. They can't say shit about it. It still pulls up Uber Eats and Connect, and that's it. So they're losing out because if they gave rides that actually made money, we'd be making money together. And that's what I'm saying about the protest. If we made money together, we'd be doing the rides. They don't want us to make money together. So what do? We convert. Triple E, he's one of the main ones that do it. We convert. That's what we do. Like, here you go right here. This is his appointments right here. And I'm telling you, this is how you make money. You set up all your appointments in your phone. You get shit moving and going. In my latest video, there's a because YouTube asks me stuff when I'm uploading videos and they read my descriptions and read what I'm talking about. They give me like products that like people can possibly use. They say, hey, would you like to promote the in the schedulers? Shit like a scheduler, 2024, 2025 schedule. I was like, sure, if somebody wants to schedule their shit, because I saw Ruben with one. Ruben had one. So YouTube is like, hey, you want to sell these things? I'm like, fuck it, I don't care, put it on my video. Who cares? It's like if somebody wants one, they can have one. I use my phone for mine. So I'm not one to buy it. But when I go through my where's my here it is down here. So when I go through my clock, I'm down to I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. And I just did that one, so I can delete that one. So that was number 6. So I have 5 left. What's today's date? The 19th. Okay, so I have one on the 20th, 11 a.m. Tomorrow morning, I got to be at the airport at 11 a.m. I got one at 8 a.m. on the 21st. Then I got another one on the 26th. And I got August the 5th and August the 11th. So I fill my book up. I fill my book up with all my appointments. These are all my appointments on here. And my alarm goes off 2 hours before my reservation actually sets. People want to pay drivers. I do not understand how these people are out there protesting, still protesting when I'm telling you to the face, hey, they want to pay you. They want to pay you. And yet these, no, we're going to make Uber pay us. We're going to make Lyft pay us. And I'm just looking at them. I'm like, so you want like an extra $1 a mile, or what are you looking for? Like 68 cents a minute? What are you looking for? Because if you go talk to the rider, Uber is already putting the price out there. Lyft puts the price out there. And it's funny because the other day, me and my man Jamil was talking, and he was like, it's funny because me and him experienced the same thing on our apps the other day. Because I was like, is it funny? Because he was like, yeah, I'm trying to get on Uber right now. Trying to get a general idea of the prices we should be paying for the things we doing. They only let me pull up UberX Share. I can't see nothing else except UberX Share pricing. I can't see black SUV. I can't see black, comfort, XL. I can't even see Uber X. All they kept, because they were fucking with the prices. Because what they do is they make Uber X and all these prices cost the same. And this is what we found out this morning. They'll make Uber X cost 75. XL cost 76. Comfort and all that shit, 77. Uber Black, Uber XL, or Uber Black and Black SUV, 79 and 80. So everything's all within like a $5, $10 price range. All rides are within a $5, $10 price range. People at a busy time pull up these apps and they see all the prices are the same. So they go, well, damn, all the prices are the same. Well, you could just get an Uber Black then. If you're going to do it, just get an Uber Black. So they say, well, forget it if I'm paying the same price. So they select Uber Black SUV. They select Uber Black as Uber doesn't send the request out, even though there's a black SUV sitting there. Because if they send that black SUV price to somebody in the black SUV, they got to pay black SUV prices. So what they do is they find somebody in the area in a black SUV who's tired of sitting around waiting, doing nothing. And they drop the price. They drop their app down to Uber X. And they go, oh, man, I'm going to drop my price down to Uber X to see if I get a ping. So they drop it down to Uber X and they get an Uber X ride. And it says, now the person just paid 79. Black SUV was selling for 80. So the rider chose SUV. The driver, because they're not getting an SUV ping, goes down to Uber X. They get an Uber X for like $32. And they go, wow, $32. Damn, this is Uber X for $32. Let me take this. So they take it for $32. Now the person just paid 76. They took it for 32. That's a $44 profit Uber just made on a black SUV. Uber just made a $44 profit on a black SUV. But if they had chose that black SUV and paid that black SUV at a black SUV rate at $79, Uber would have probably only made like $15 profit. So that's how they're screwing with everybody. They're making people choose black SUV, black. They're making people choose all the upper tiers, but they're freezing everything and got people just sitting there waiting on a ride. Like I said, I was online for 31 hours. You telling me in 31 hours of me being online, 31 hours, I only drove for an hour and 12 minutes out of 31 hours of me being online. You telling me nobody selected Uber Black or Uber Black SUV for 31 hours in Phoenix over a busy season right now because this convention's in town, everything's in town. How do you think I'm getting all my good rides? Because I'm going to the places where the rides aren't I'm setting up cash rides on the spot because I'm not waiting on the apps. So I know people are out there looking for these rides, but 31 hours of me sitting online, what they want me to do is drop down to XL. So I dropped down to XL. And what did I show you on this morning's video? They sent me a ride for $3.54. $3.54 is what they sent me on an XL because they didn't want to play me a black SUV rate. So they probably charging people higher rates because, like I said, they're making all the rates the same in the same category. All the rides together are like $5, $10 variances. That's it. So your Lyft Basic is like $95. And people are like, what? 95 for Lyft Basic? Yeah, because it's busy right now. It's busy. But we don't see that because it's not surging on our phone. And so by the time 20, 30 minutes pass of them waiting, it'll go from 95. They'll drop it all the way down to 32. And people go, oh, man, the Lyft ride is only $32. Yeah, $32 for a Lyft ride. And so the person books it on Lyft. But really, that Lyft ride is only probably paying a driver $9 or $10 because it's not that far. It's from leaving the airport to go somewhere. So it's not that far. $9 or $10. And you're going like 12 miles. But in 12 miles, they're charging people $7. Like I showed y'all last night. They charge these dudes. Look at this. Look at this, what they did last night. And I said it on this morning's video. This is how much they're charging people per mile for these rides. And I do this on purpose. I show y'all this shit on purpose. The people paid $62 for black SUV. I didn't get a tip. I haven't even got a tip yet. $62. They only had to go 15 miles. So $62, they only had to go 15 miles is all they had to go. So that's almost what? Almost about $4 something a mile. $4 something a mile. I got paid $2.56 a mile. That's all I got was $2.56. So what they're doing is they're jacking these rates up higher, not paying the drivers what we should be getting on these rides. And the rider is like, oh man, I'm so glad the ride was a little bit cheaper, but it wasn't a little bit cheaper. They got a black SUV. Basically, it was $90. Wait, 62 is what I got. My bad. Hold on, let me scoot back. 62 is what I got. So The passenger payment, erase everything I just said. The passenger payment was $90.36. That's what some $90.36. And they only had to go 15 miles. Now, 15 out of 90 is what? $6 a mile. That's $6 a mile. I got $2.56 a mile. That's all I got was $2.56 a mile. They ended up paying $6 a mile. So I got less than half. Their payment was $90. So they were sitting like, man, we get a black SUV for $6 a mile. I've seen them charge as high as $20 a mile for black SUV. $20 a mile. I've seen them charge that. They got it for $6 a mile and probably thought it was a sweet deal because I was getting ripped off at $2.56 a mile. I can get $2.56 a mile on Lyft base tier. I can do a Lyft base tier ride. I could do $8, 2 miles, 3 miles all day long on the base tier. And you have base tier making the exact same per mile what black SUV is getting. I've said it before, tier don't matter. If you don't know how to go out there and operate these numbers and work this magic, tier don't matter. Black SUV can get, I've made more per mile on basic than I do on SUV. $2.56 a mile, I'm getting $6, $7, $8, $9 a mile sometimes on basic, just the base tier. Because I'll grab surge, I'll get a bonus, I'll get a turbo, and now I'm getting $7, $8 a mile. Turn on black SUV, I'm getting $2.56 a mile. And I'm like, how are the base tiers not making what the base tier is making way more than what the upper tiers are making? How is that? Because it's numbers. The algorithm is fucking with people. It's numbers. That's all it is. And I tell people, man, you've gotta understand like how to work these apps to your advantage. If you know the base tiers are playing more, and that's what these apps are doing, they're forcing black SUVs and black cars to drop all the way down to the floor. They drop us to the floor because they're not giving us anything. Once we drop to the floor, they don't have to pay us the black and black SUV rates, even though they can still charge the black and black SUV rates to the people out there. So they're charging it, making a huge profit on black SUVs driving around. And Jamil will tell you, they're out there. Yeah, at Coachella, what they charge one of my passengers $360. They paid me $70, $8 mile ride. Yeah. So they're paying you $10 a mile, but they just charge somebody $360, $36 a mile. I'm telling you, be charging people like $20 right there, $36 a mile. They charging these people at least for $360, and you only going like 8 miles. You being charged like what? What is that? 40, almost $50 a mile. You've been charged like $40 a mile for that. And you only getting paid $10 a mile for that. And so they're making $30 a mile profit. Every mile you go, they're making $30 on your back. You're making 10, but they're making 30 in profit on every $10 you get. Oh, I got 10. We got 30. Now I'm up to 20. We're up to 60. Now I'm up to 30. We're up to 80. And it just jumps like that. They're making money off your back every time. 30, 60, 90, 120. And next, you know, they're sitting at $300 and you like, man, I got $70 for that shit. Man, that's crazy. But that's how they're getting us. And Jamil will tell you, he was at the airport the other day. There were no black pings coming through at the airport. None. Zero. No black pings. He's like, Jeff, all I'm seeing, and there were people leaving the airport. Jeff, all I'm seeing is black SUVs pulling up. These black SUVs, he said these guys were getting out. They were immigrants getting out of these black SUVs. And they were all doing Uber X and Uber XL in black SUVs leaving the airport because they made them drop all the way to the floor. They got tired of waiting at the airport. They dropped all the way to the floor. All these people at the airport are paying they're paying black and black SUV rates to leave the airport, but it's only on like basic. So they're, like I said, they have all the prices are the same, only differential between $5 and $10. So people are like, well, the drivers are getting bought out. The drivers are like, I'm tired of sitting here. I'm so tired of sitting here. So I'm just going to drop down to XL. They drop to XL. Hey, we got a ride for you right here. It's $13. Now, if you was on black SUV, instead of getting $13, you would have probably got about $45, $50. But Uber don't want to pay $45 and $50. They only want to pay $13. So they forcing all these drivers to go to the floor. And now up in New York, what are they doing? They're just kicking drivers completely offline. It's a trick. And so many people out there driving on these apps thinking, oh, these apps are going to pay us. We just got to keep protesting. They're going to pay us. These apps are playing games with people. You can protest all you want. There's going to be some desperate ass pigeon out there who don't want to sit in the lot no more. And he's going to go from Uber Black SUV, drop it all the way down to XL and take a $13 ride because he's tired of sitting there. The apps are going to say, man, we just sold that ride for $62. We paid him $13. Told you it was going to work. You don't think these people got battle strategy sitting inside of these corporations? These people are not even worried about a driver, how much a driver is making, how much a driver is taking home. They're worried about their own profits. They're worried about their own bonuses, their own sustainability. They own, man, if we don't make money, we're going to let some departments go. Okay, this is what we're going to do, boss. We're going to freeze the account of everybody in New York. Well, why are you freezing? Because we don't want to have to pay the repercussions when this lawsuit drops. We're going to just kick everybody offline. Uber and Lyft, just kick everybody offline. Okay, cool. Kick them all offline. So what about the black SUV drivers and all them? Make them go all the way down to the base tier. Because one night I drove and I showed y'all I was driving. I was doing nothing but XL and comfort rides all night. That's all I got. It was days past, 3-4 days. They would not send me a black SUV, send me a black ride at all. They were only sending me comfort and Excel. They wouldn't send me, they were forcing me to drop a tier. Just like yesterday, I did one ride. The 2 black rides I got on my phone right now, I'm doing this on intention because I'm doing all private rides right now. But so when I turn my app on, I'll turn to XL and X just to see what happens. And sure enough, they'll send me rides. And I'll just decline them and go right back to black SUV. Because if you're going to use me, you're going to pay me. And I'll just keep driving around, you know, doing my private rides, setting up private rides. I'm not letting them use my truck for no X and XL rides. I'm not doing that. And so what big ones, the 5 rides using Hum, 108 today. Fishing was damn good this morning. Telling you, brother, that's what it average about 20, 25 a ride. That's what you need to do, brother. That's what you got to do. Yep, Tony, they're worried about how much drive. They're worried about how much drivers are making. They want drivers making 50 cents a mile and nothing per minute. And that's stupid because they sitting there doing 66 cents a mile. So how much are you being paid a minute? Nothing. Just doing it for free. You're just doing it for free. It's like, man, we want that money, boss. No funny transactions. Exactly. What Brian say, Uber Comfort Electric does not also get comfort rides. You have to select the trash bin to get comfort rides. CE works better than Paw Patrol. I get 1 or 2 pings every 3 or 4 days in Tempe. Yeah, because nobody wants Comfort Electric. They don't. It's like you said, it's Paw Patrol. Nobody uses Comfort Electric. I want Comfort Electric. They might just get Comfort. So he did 5 rides yesterday on Hum, 250. Bam. There you go. Hey, and that's the only way we can make it. When we protest on this side of the equation, we get money over here. You're not going to have me walking up and down no hot ass streets for free, holding signs up saying, increase my pay. Marcel telling you how to do it. Bighorn Kev telling you how to do it. Jamil Eric telling you how to do it. All these people are telling you how to do it. And it involves no picket sign. All you need is a business card. Once you start messing around with these picket signs and shit like that, it's for the fame. And I'm going to tell you why. When I see people that don't drive, and I don't keep it 100 with y'all. Y'all know on the barbecue, man, I keep shit 100. And people don't like what I say, and that's cool. You ain't got to like what I say. I just keep it 100. When you see channels with people who do not drive on these apps, promoting people who drive on these apps to protest and to not go get money, you got to understand what's in it for you. The fame, that's it. The fame is in it for the YouTuber. The fame is in it. That's it, the fame. Because what are you doing for the people who are listening to that? Are they making $1? They ain't making shit. Are the apps going to pay them more? The apps ain't going to pay them shit. Or the apps going to give them something. The apps ain't going. It never works. And it's not that it can't work. It brings attention. What do you do with that attention? Stop getting attention and just sitting on the attention. There is no reason to sit on the attention. When I put out videos, I say, get this shit to the riders. Get it to the riders. The riders are the money. Put this video in the rider's face. Show them what Eric Cartwright is saying. Put this video in the rider's face. I don't be like, yeah, let's go put this video in Uber's face. Man, fuck Uber. I ain't worried about Uber. Uber gonna get what Uber gonna get. We need to get in front of the riders. So to sit on a famous pedestal to say, ooh, I got fame. We're protesting again. I got a lot of people on the No. You can't just sit on that. You got to do something with. Now, I need my shirt. If you're not being suspended, you're not doing it right. Yeah, exactly. If you're not being suspended, you're not doing it right. Because I get suspended a lot on Lyft. What up, Miss Dims? What up? Oh, here we go. Hey, brother, just tell you about LA and possibly other locations when it comes to events. Lyft and Uber are charging surge prices for customers and keeping gray clouds for drivers. Oh, yeah, they doing that in Phoenix too. They do it in Phoenix too. Like I tell people, you cannot trust these apps. These apps are not putting money out there for any drivers. They're putting money out there for themselves. What they do is they go, oh, we got an event coming up. Yeah, we got an event. Gray clouds everywhere. Gray clouds everywhere. How's it gray clouds there? But Lyft is showing, pink. Lyft is showing $11 surge, $6 surge, $3 surge. Uber is just gray. There's nothing. And people go, oh, it's called hidden surge. No, it's called bullshit and surge. It's not hidden surge. It's bullshit and surge. Because they're going to sit there and give you a ride. Oh, yeah, here's a Uber X or who's it, XL. $21. And you go, ooh, $21. Ask the person what they paid. $81. Wait, how'd you pay $81 for this ride? They said it was surge price and it was a busy time. I didn't get no surge. I'm getting $21 for this ride. That's a $60 variance right there. You got to dig into that. And that's what we teach you on this channel. It's cool, man. It's cool, James. I suspend myself. It's cool. It's cool if you're going out there and you're protesting, you're bringing awareness. But the awareness is for the news camera. The awareness is for the news. News is for the clout and the fame. The money comes from the riders. If you ain't, I would say instead of protesting, walk through apartment complexes where you know people don't have cars. All protesters should not be walking up and down Main Street trying to get the news. Man, let's let the news see our faces. Let the news. I walk through apartment complexes, start passing out flyers to everybody. Stop using Uber, stop using Lyft. Here's our cards. Canvas whole apartment complexes, canvas whole business parks, canvas whole schools, universities, just canvas everything. And Uber be like, how come ain't nobody in this area using our shit no more? Because instead of protesting where y'all can see us walking up and down Main Street with these signs and shit, we're canvassing areas and we're putting out our own marketing material, letting people know you do not have to use these apps. You don't. Here's an app you can download. It's called Hum. Download that. Here's an app called Rides. Here's an app called Empower. Use these apps right here. You don't have to. If you're going to go out there and do something, market something. Give somebody an option. Because just like my man Andre 3000 says, how you going to tell these men out there that killing is a sin? When these men that are killing for a sin, it should be a sin that you ain't giving these men nothing to show them that they can win. That's Andre 3000 saying that. The sin is not you saying, hey, these men are killing men. That's not the sin. It's for you not to give these men a chance to win. That's the true sin. You ain't giving nobody an opportunity. And that's Andre 3000 for your ass right there. So I'm always talking about opportunity, chance. How can we get out there and get it? So don't sit up there and tell nobody, oh, you guys should be doing this. And it's bad to do this. It's bad to do that. It's bad. No, that's not bad. Like Andre said, that's not the worst part. That's not the worst part. The worst part is not you talking shit all about it. The worst part is you talking shit about it and not giving a solution at the end of it. That's the true sin right there. So don't say shit if you can't bring nothing to the table for these men. Don't talk about these men if you ain't giving them a chance to win. I give drivers a chance to win. I tell them on this channel, hey, talk to the person in the back seat. Give them your business card. I'm giving you an opportunity to win. What other channel was giving you that opportunity to win? Name it. Name it. You think walking down the street saying, hey, we're mad about what we got, is that giving you a chance to win? No, that's not giving you a chance to win. That's just showing that you're losing. That's just showing that you're losing. You want a chance to win? I need all numbers in your phone to say client. This person, client, this person, client, this person. Have your phone set up. Have your itinerary set up. I got 4 rides set up for tomorrow, Jeff. I got a ride every day. I take somebody to and from work every day for $20. I do this every. That's how you win. You can't just be out there showing that you losing. Come up with a solution. Come up with be the solution, not the cause. And I'm big on that shit because I speak real, not rhetoric. There's a lot of rhetorical shit going on and people just want to get them views and them likes. I want a successful ass circle around me. I love hearing, man, I did 5 rides a day, 280. Oh, I did 8 rides a day, 105. I love hearing that shit because that lets me know there are people out there being receptive to what we're doing. If everybody came to me, oh, Jeff, none of this shit's working, then I'm like, well, I got to get back to the drawing boards then. If you're telling me none of this is working, convergence ain't working, I got to get, what's Uber doing to not have these people converge? What's Uber doing? Now we got to dig into they battle plans now. Why do you think I'm in my phone all the time? Wherever I sit, the first thing I do is I go to my Uber Rider app and I go, how much from right here to Sky Harbor? And I remember it. I could be anywhere. I could be sitting at Quick Trip, sitting over there about a reservation. How much from here to the airport? Okay, on Uber, it's 42. All right, Comfort is 49. XL's 51. Damn, Black is 99. Okay. Wherever I go, I ain't doing shit anyways. So I'm studying my market. I'm perfecting my craft. I'm sitting, what I'm supposed to do, just sit there and play goddamn, wait on rides as I'm doing like Sudoku or something. No, I'm not gonna play Sudoku. I'm studying my market. Where am I at? Okay, I'm up in Arcadia. I'm about to build more. Let me see what. All right, cool. How much does it cost to get to the airport from here? How much does it cost to get to the airport from here? How much to get to downtown Phoenix from here? I'm in Scottsdale. How much? Okay, so they charging people $24 to get to downtown. They giving everybody a 30% discount, charging $24 to get down there. Okay, normally it's 33. All right, bet. So I know when I tell somebody I'll take you downtown in this big ass truck, how much? $40 is cool. What they saying is $29. I'm like, it's $29 in a car, dude. This is a big ass truck. Look up truck prices. Oh yeah, man, they're charging 62 in the truck. Yeah, I'm only charging 40. Now, when they pay 62 on that app, I'm not getting 40 through the app. No, I'm gonna get 29. I'm gonna get 31 because they charging 60 through the app for the big black truck. So I'll make sure my price is right up under Black or right over Black. It's got to be somewhere in that area because I got the big black truck. There's people in here that don't got the big black trucks and they still getting $60 on rides that on the app, the ride says 40, but they still getting 60. Customer be like, yeah, the app is saying 40. By the time you drop them off, they getting 60 because they doing ride service, not ride share. That's a ride share price. I'm doing ride service. This a ride. I'm getting out, helping you with luggage, opening your door for you, checking on your day. We chatting about your kids, this and that. They get out. They was just about to pay the app 40 so you can get 19. And instead of you getting 19 because they paid 40, they done handed you $60 because you doing ride service. You ain't doing ride share. If I'm going to come to battle with you, I'm going to bring you some weapons. These are your weapons. We've been talking about that shit all the time on this channel. These are your weapons. I'm about to go around Black and handle my business. That's what you got to do it, man. You got to get out there. And it's not a lot of people out there who are willing to keep it real and not keep it rhetorical. I'm not about rhetoric. Oh, if you work hard, you make it far. No, you don't. That's rhetoric. That's bullshit. Because I know a lot of hardworking people who get walked on. Because business is not about you working hard. It's not about that. It's about knowing your shit. That's what business is about. The art of negotiation. Knowing what you're worth and negotiating your time, saying, hey, I'm at least worth this much. And they go, well, actually, I can get somebody else to do it. Then get somebody else to do it then. Now, when they go get somebody else to do it, they're doing a lower quality product now, a lower quality service now. Because people gonna be complaining. Man, them cars stink. Them cars wrecked. The dude, he can't even have a good conversation with me. He's stupid. He's this, he's that. But yet when they pay you a little bit higher price, but the quality is there. It's like you can go to the store, go to Walmart, buy you a fake leather purse, or you can go get you a Michael Kors. The same purse, same size, same color, both got gold buttons on it, but there's a level of quality you paying for. Cheap people gonna want the cheap shit. I don't want cheap people around me because cheap people want the cheap shit, and I'm not a cheap person. I'm frugal, but there's a reason why I'm frugal. Because I know things happen in life. Like everybody knows, I just got through rescuing a dog off the bus stop yesterday. That's not how my day was supposed to go. It's going to cost me money to deal with this dog. I got to go out and get new dog food, get new dog treats, because my dog treats are all big. My dog's got big mouths. This dog has a little mouth with little teeth. He's a puppy. So I'm in there crushing up dog treats just to give this dog some dog treats. I got a hammer on the counter, hammering fucking dog treats down to smash them up into small enough pieces. If I don't want to keep hammering dog treats, I got to go to the store and buy some smaller dog treats. How much do small dog treats cost? I don't know because I don't have a small dog. All my dogs are big. I get the bigger, cheap treats. So now I got to probably go get some small. So like I said, all my members of this group, the membership group, when you guys support me and you support this channel, you supporting the energy that I got when I go out into the community and I come back home with a damn stray dog because I can't just look at a dog laying on a curb in 100-degree weather. That's what you really supporting. You ain't seeing me out in no club kicking it. I'm not buying up drinks, getting it all turned up, no 30-inch rims on all my shit. You're supporting a real person that's got a real life. And I want to go out into the world and make a real difference. And I hope this channel makes a real difference in your life. That's why I play that clip all the time. I love this podcast. This podcast has changed my life. I'm going to share this podcast with everybody. That's why I play that clip, because I feel that shit. When I watch somebody's podcast, when I watch Candace Owens, it changes my life. When I watched Glenn Beck a long time ago about the whole COVID shit, that changed my life. I want to watch something that's going to change your life, not just entertain your brain. I'm a little entertaining from time to time, but more about you going out into this real world and getting real shit. Says, Boba says, are there more hum rides now? Anyone from AZ? Hey, anybody out there getting a ton of hum rides, let Boba know, because Boba's really interested in knowing in AZ if there's a whole lot of fucking hum rides. He's on that shit today. It's like me, I do more private rides than anything else. And I show you guys why I do. Hum is good. But if you guys are watching my videos in my recently uploaded playlist, you can look in my recently uploaded playlist and see I am doing rides on Hum. Hum is my commercial insurance. I do rides on Hum. Do I accept pings from Hum? Not really, because pings don't come through. I had a couple of pings hit the other day, but one was like 9 miles away, and it was going all the way out to Goodyear. And I'm not middle of the night. I'm not going out to Goodyear in the middle of the night because nobody's coming back towards the airport. I live by the airport. So I wasn't going to go from here all the way out there. That's a round trip. I would do it for cash, but I wouldn't do it for what Hum was willing to offer. So Hum is still offering good money, much better than what Uber and Lyft would pay. I think it was like $32 or $36 for that ride. Uber and Lyft offer that same ride for $19. So it's a much better, Hum is a much better app. I mean, by far a much better app when you get the pings and you get the trips. But me, I'm a different animal in this motherfucker. I'm a different animal. I took a lady the other day cruising her around. And this is the good thing about her. I met her. Check this out. So I picked this lady up. And I'm like, I'm just chatting with her. It's her and this guy. I'm just chatting with him. Cruise, drop him off at this bookstore. No problem. Drop him off at the bookstore. And I give her my card. Now, she did the ride through Lyft. I did. It was a quick ride. No problem. That was one of the rides I did. The app paid me like crap. She tipped me $10 on the back end and make it at least kind of, I just felt bad because she was paying so much for the ride now. I was like, shit, she just paid $60 for a ride. I was getting 30 for it. And she tipped $10. So I was like, Well, she paid 50 and then I was getting 30. Then she tipped it. So I was like, okay, out of the total 6 she paid, I got 40. Cool. No problem. Thank you, my man, Marcel. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. Super chat. So I get her to the bookstore. I give her my card. And she's like, hey, when you leave, and this is the one ride, lady, when I said I did those 3 rides and I made $120. This is the lady I'm talking about. Hey, can you come back and pick me up from the bookstore? I said, sure, I can come pick you up from the bookstore. So I go back. She hit me up. Hey, Jeff, we're ready to leave the bookstore. I go back, pick her up. I'm like, hey, what's up? Her and her guy, they get in the car. I'm like, you guys buy a book? This is, man. It says, hey, Jeff, any way I can get Dom's number? I'll send an email to you. Yeah, or you can send one to Dom. Dom is right here in the thing. But yeah, you can send it to me. Yeah, send me an email and I'll send you Dom's information because you and Dom can do some business out there. Y'all can do some shit and get Adolphus Jeffrey's number too. You guys need to be that San Diego 300. Be out there and get that shit. And so I give her my car, pick her up. She's like, no, we didn't buy a book. She says, actually, I was the event. And I'm like, what do you mean you were the event? I said, are you like it? She says, well, I'm an author. I was like, oh, well, shit, you didn't say that from the get-go. You didn't say that. So no problem, Boba. I said, you didn't say that. So she ended up coming down here for a convention, and she does Native American books. She's a Native American. She lives in Michigan. She writes Native American books. She's an author, like a full-blown fucking author. So I pick her up and we're talking about her books and everything. So I go on Amazon. I bought both of her books off of Amazon already. They should be here. It's like $47 for 2 books. Cool. I'll buy. Y'all know I got a whole library. So these are Native American books, Native American. So I got her. I looked on the reviews. I was like, lady, how many books have you sold? She was like, I've been doing this for a while. I'm like, I could tell because I'm thinking, I might see about 50 reviews. So I mean, it's like almost 14,000 reviews on Amazon just about her books. And I'm like, this famous lady is in my car. I'm like, so I bought her books. We got each other's phone numbers and everything. And I'm like, dude, I said, you know what? I should have you on here. And her books are pretty deep too. Pretty deep. Thank you, my man, Echelon Don, for the super chat, brother. So I was deactivated this morning, and it would help a lot if I can get in touch with Dom and Adolphus. Deactivation Nation. Now it's time to really hustle. You finna see how it feels to make real money now. Because, hey, when you're hungry, you gonna eat. You gonna eat. Trust me, these apps ain't got nothing on the deactivated driver. Ain't got nothing on us. But so, and we had a great talk. She said, hey, when I was dropping her off after the bookstore, she says, can you do me a favor? Can you actually pick me up tomorrow and get me to the airport? I said, sure can. No problem. So I bought her book and everything. And then, so I was telling her about my family book. And so she actually went on Amazon and bought my family book off of Amazon. She sent me a picture. She said, hey, look at the book I just bought. It was my Melinda's Freedom book, Melinda's Freedom. She bought that book. So the author bought my family book. I bought her 2 books. It was like great, but I'm building my library anyways. So she's a part of my library now. And it's cool because I actually know the author. I know the energy. And she has audio books. Because I said, what about audiobooks? She said, yeah, I do audiobooks for drivers and everything. I said, that's cool because a lot of us drive around and we listen to podcasts. We listen to things. So it will be hard for us to read a book as we drive. Some of us do got books like that. So she's got the audiobook stuff actually on her Amazon. And let me see if I can find it real quick. I'm going to show you guys what it was. Let me see. How do I get to Amazon from here? Wait a minute. Let's see something. I'm gonna go Amazon, but I'm still kind of tell you the stories. So, and her books are about, and they're are they fiction stories? They're really not fiction. Man, I knew that was not gonna be it. They always doing weird shit, man. Okay, here we go. My account. Oh, where's my orders at? Okay, your orders. Bam. Yeah, but it's really about, man, I can't stand Amazon. They make you sign in everything. Hope that's the damn password. If it's not, okay, cool. That's it. Bam. I just want to make sure I'm opening up the right area. Okay, cool. So let me share this page with you guys. I'll see. Bam. Share screen. This share. Okay, so that's her book right there. Warrior Girl Unearthed and Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Bouillet. I think that's her name. She never said her last name. But she said her audiobooks actually pronounce all of the Native American words in the Native American language in the original tongue. Because she said, when you read the book, you're not going to know how this stuff is pronounced because you're not Native American. But on her audiobooks, the narrator who narrated her books for is a Native American. And she said she did a phenomenal job. She actually, the way that she, went through and accentuated all the words, the right accents, the right pronunciation, the right breakdown. I mean, it was pretty good. So these are her 2 books right here, and I bought them. And the reading age is 12 to 16 years old. So she said they're good for like kids and stuff like that. Like if you got sons and daughters who love to read, and like I said, I like to read. My son, he got me involved in like reading certain books. And I'm like, dude, this is fucking hilarious. So I read these kids' books just dying laughing. I think it's funny because it's actually adults writing it. And I just like to see what people write. But these 2 books here, and it came out to be, it's down to 40. Yeah, it was $43.99, but then I had to pay for shipping. So it was like $47. But this lady here, she was actually in my truck the other day. I got her number. Like I said, she lives up in Michigan now. So if there's any Michigan drivers out there, what signifies the reading of books? I don't know what you mean. What signifies the reading of books? I don't know. Once again, Jeff, YouTube not notifying me when Jeff go live. What the hell? Yeah, it's got to be that notification bell. But not only do you have to click the notification bell, but you have to click allow YouTube notifications. Because somebody told me that people are selecting that notification bell saying all notifications, but they're not selecting allow YouTube notifications. And that's why YouTube is not allowing you, because they said, okay, we'll notify you, but you're not letting us notify. You're not allowing YouTube notifications on your phone. So yeah. Oh, that was a quote from The Great Gatsby. What signifies the reading of books? The Great Gatsby. Like, I don't know. Great Gatsby was a little too complicated for me. It's like, man. It's like, thanks, Frank. Did that recently and it still doesn't notify me. Yeah. But no, so that's her book. That's Angeline's book here. And she, like I said, she's doing her book tour. So she's going around doing her book tour, and she was actually said, that's what she said. Well, I was the event. I was like, okay. She said, yeah, she said, I'm an author. I said, oh, you're an author. Cool. What are your books? So, and she's been writing for a long time. Like, let me see if I can find. So here are her reviews. Where are her reviews at? I can't find them in here. Yeah. So here's one. It's got 13,874 reviews on that one. And then the one she just finished writing is already at 880. So she just finished writing this one at 880. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Firekeeper's Daughter and Warrior Girl Unearthed. And this is the thing, because I'm gonna tell you how the world works. I'm gonna stop sharing that. I'm gonna tell you how the world works. So she writes Native American, literature. This is what she does. She writes Native, and it's about, it's a lot of stories about Native Americans that a lot of people aren't aware of. Stories like, physical abuse, mental abuse, drug abuse, alcohol abuse. It's a lot of stuff, and it's all intertwined in there. It's a lot of things that are intertwined in these books, and it helps young people know. And this is Jeff. I know you're good with transmission. I don't know if you've talked it here. Why CVT has we don't even talk about CVT transmissions over here. We don't talk. They got belts in there. Too expensive. So I actually have a client who is like a director of abuse, different abuses, alcohol abuse, substance abuse, physical, mental, and she works for the Salt River tribe. She, like, when I drop her off at work, I'm dropping her off on the reservation. So she's the director of all of that. She runs that thing right there. And that's the one I was telling you, who was doing it for a couple of years. Then all of a sudden they just gave her a job. So she's been doing it for 13 years now. I told y'all that story about her, but I told y'all that story about her last week. So last week I told you the story about her, my client on the reservation who runs abuse, programs. And now 2 days ago, I pick up an author, an accomplished author who's actually writing books about it. So of course, me, I'm just a conduit of energy. So I text her phone number. I said, hey, I said, you're an author. These are what your books are. You need to be talking to Miss Verline. That's who you need. Say she is like the director of abuse, substance abuse, and everything, counselors, kids, and all that shit on the reservation. She does it right in Arizona. All the reservations in Arizona, they all meet up every once in a while, and they have big events. And I just took Verline. I dropped her off, and she went to one of those big events up in Flagstaff. Would have been cool if I would have had this information before that event, but I got it after the event. But I sent her Miss Verline's number. Hopefully they talk, and hopefully they form a relationship, because she's a very accomplished author. She could come and talk to the kids over at the reservation, and she can travel to all of them up in KN, up in Four Corners. She can come into the Salt River. She can go Paiute, go wherever she wants to go. She's an author, and this is what her literature is about. So these are the kind of people we meet that become our clients. Because like I said, now she's one of my clients. She ever comes to Arizona, I've already did 3 trips for her. She's going to hit me up again. I need somebody in Michigan. She's not Upper Peninsula. She used to be Upper Peninsula. Now she's like more Chicago area. She's down in Michigan, close to the Chicago area. But she's definitely somebody who I would say, she's very intelligent, like super, super mentally articulate, and like just she's there. And I enjoyed having a conversation with her. But on the flip side of that, how it's like some intelligent people, they don't have common sense. She's got a very high degree of common sense because she's a writer. Like, she is very, she encompasses a whole universe of knowledge. So she's got the common sense base foundation, plus she's got that intellectual prowess that's kind of up here a little bit. So I think whoever's going to be her driver, potentially might want to be somebody who doesn't talk a whole lot, because this lady's very intelligent. She probably don't like stupid people. Or she's very intelligent, somebody who's a driver who's kind of intelligent, very well read in books, literature, knows authors, knows things about the life. Then she would be a great client, But if somebody just like, yeah, man, I just started driving yesterday, you know what I'm saying? I'll be just driving around listening to Flavor Flav and shit, you know what I'm saying? 911's a joke. Now, she's not going to be good for you. She's a totally different person. Y'all not going to match. Duato said, do you think the new dog is chipped? I was supposed to go yesterday to see if this dog was chipped. I just ran out of time, so I didn't go do it yesterday. So now, today, I want to see if the dog is chipped. So I'm going to go find like a 24-hour vet or somebody who can just like scan it, just see. I want to take it to a dog pound, because the dog pound might keep the dog. I don't want them to keep it. Just scan it and see, you know what? Has this dog ever been in a system before? Now, the dog is not fixed. So I know the dog did not come from any kind of like humane society or nothing like that, or else he would be fixed already. He's not fixed. So nobody really gave him that level of care yet, but we'll find out. We're going to find out about this little dog. We're going to find out. It's like, what? Wait a minute. Where was you at, Frank? This is keep your chin on, my brother. Yeah. I'm telling you, nice boys, man, this is what we got to do, brother. This is what we got to do. What he says, I was deactivated because it was determined that my paperwork was altered. I seriously think Uber is retaliating against me for taking cash rides this whole time and speaking out on social media. Yeah. And I'm telling you, man, that's why they came after me. And everybody's like, oh, they didn't come after you. They do this every year. I'm like, motherfucker, I ain't been the last time I got background check was 2019. And now they're going to get me this year. I was able to see my private client base is building. And I'm cool because I'm being shared with other people. People say, hey, man, I got my homeboy Jeff. Why you gonna go out and pay for this domestic terrorism as supporting Uber shit, Lyft shit? Why you gonna do that? Use my boy Jeff. You probably get a cheaper price, or you at least gonna get a better car. You gonna have some Malibu with the rear bumper missing on that shit show up. He gonna show up in a nice ass Beamer. He'll bring his Jeep. He'll bring his truck. You gonna show up in something nice. Like last night when I dropped them guys off at the club last night. Everybody's climbing out of little bitty gray cars, climbing out, and my big ass truck pulls up. You know, steps dropping down, music playing nice, we cruising and shit. I mean, they probably like, man, these dudes must got money. They come up in a big black SUV. They just regular. More kids say, hey, Jeff, is that shirt on the site? No, I didn't put the square shirt on the site because I don't know about copyright infringement stuff. And I know how people like to scour the website, look up shit, sending people cease and desist letters. Don't be selling our logo. I'm like, all right, whatever, motherfucker, whatever. So, but what you can do, like I said, in all of my videos, all of the video descriptions, I got my Cash App, my Venmo, and my email address. So you can almost email me away from YouTube. You already got my Cash App and Venmo because it's in the video descriptions too. And say, hey, how much would it cost me to get one of those shirts right there in this size? And I'll tell you what the price would be. And you say, okay, cool. I'll Cash App to you right now. Because I mean, I got whole orders of that shit. I got so many different, I got how many shirts I got to make? Oh, damn, I just clicked something. Hold up. Let me see how many shirts I got to make. Shirt sales. I got two right here. Then I got 1, 2, 3 more to go. And so that'll be my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shirts. So I'll be getting out 5 shirts today. So 5 shirts will be leaving today. I'll send out 3 yesterday. 5 will be going out today. Because I try to do what I can. I'm out driving, I'm out doing stuff, but you know, I'm shooting shit out there as much as I can, making sure everybody's got the gear so they can start this business. They got to get this business up and going. Man, 18% all for kicks. Thank you. Hey, good hard work. Agent Jeff earned a percentage. Hey, though I know you wouldn't ask for it like others would. Yeah, man. I'm just out there trying to do what I can, man. Like I said, I saw that dog on the curb and I was like, yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Jose looks like a pure breed. You know what, Duato? I think this dog is a pug mixed with a chihuahua because he's got like a chihuahua's body, chihuahua's head, pug's tail, pug's color, all of that stuff. So it's all like different. It's all crazy. It's all crazy. Let me see, Robin. Did I already send yours already? Let me see if I got Robin in here. Oh. Nope, I got Roxanne because I don't have your address. If I don't have your address, I can't send it to you. And my man William Mills, same thing. William Mills, I be emailing people and I email people, ask them, hey man, what's your address? Let me know what your address is. And people don't email me back. I keep it moving. I got projects to do. I got cars and shit to work on. So I'll email somebody, say, let me know your address. I don't know where you people live. So if I don't get your address, I can't just start making shit and send it to some random ass address. If I don't have it, I just don't send it. I don't even start making it. So once I get an address, then I can say, all right, now I got a size, I got an address, I can get shit moving. For most people, like Eric, I can send Eric his because I've had to send his before. I already know his address. So I can always make Eric's, no problem. It's a lot of people's I can make, like, you know, Antonio. I can make Antonio's whenever. Steve Blackwolf, I got his. So I can make his whenever. John Wark, I can make his whenever. Jason Selly, like a lot of people whose address I actually have in my database, all they got to say is, hey, man, I just sent you $20. I want that shirt. I already got your address. So it's like you have a personal shirt maker or whatever. Hey, Jeff, man, I want that because I ordered the shirt from you last month. So your address changed? No, my address ain't changed. Cool. Then that's where I'm going to ship it to. So, all right, go get it. Go out there and get it, brother. Get your money. Get it. That Zoomy reminds me of half pug, half chihuahua named Yeah. I know. Oh, yeah, the dog's giving the other dogs a workout. Man, he's like running laps around this dog. Hold on, I'm gonna go find out where he is. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna bring this dog in here. Y'all gonna see this dog. He's crazy. Where's that crazy dog at? Stay. Hold up. What's up, crazy dog? All right. This is that crazy dog right here. His name is Sika. And people say, well, what's Sika mean? Well, Sika is because it's C, like the letter C makes the C word, then K makes a k sound. So Sika is for Circle K, because I found him at Circle K at CK. But I just pronounce it Sika. Is the sound of the letters. Instead of calling them CK, it's C and K. Sika, my man, Circle K, what's good? He said, that's where you found me at, huh? He's a little bad dog too. He's out there giving them dogs a run for their money. Man, what are you licking me for? Don't be licking me. You want some food? That's what you want. All right, so today he got peanut butter today, a lot of peanut butter. He got a pup cup because I got tons of whipped cream in there with the little pup cups, but his nose is too big. Like he can't fit the other dogs got long tongues and they can get to the bottom of the pup cup. He leaves stuff in the bottom of the pup cup. So I got to scoop it out with my finger and give it to him. But he's got that pug, like he's completely pug face, except it's not smushed in, but he's got the pug colors, chihuahua face and everything. Man, he's going to give his own No, I can't do another YouTube channel. YouTube takes forever. The Jeff's going to end up keeping that dog, going to get attached. That's what I keep saying. It's like, I got to get rid of him before I get attached, because he's like my little buddy right here. He's like, man, I'm going to hang out with you, bud. I'm going to hang out with you. He's always licking me all the time. I know, buddy. I know. Where you going? Oh, he's getting sleepy. You need to take a nap? Is that what it is? You running yourself ragged? You out there running yourself ragged, buddy? Huh? You out there running yourself ragged? Huh? You running yourself ragged? Huh? He's crazy. But yep, this is Lil C. Got a Jeff's Pack on YouTube. And he's a fun dog, though. He licks a lot. And when I first met him, this dog was skittish. Like I walked up and I had the water because I didn't know what kind of dog he was, because he was like barking like crazy. So I walked up, I had the water, and I was like, hey, man, you want some water? So he came up and like sniffed the bottle, and then like walked in a circle and kind of went back to where he was. And so I scooted up closer, try to see if he'll drink the water, and he wouldn't drink the water. So I was like, okay, you're not drinking the water. I started looking around to see if I saw somebody walking up like, hey, man, that's my dog. Don't mess with my dog. So I'm just kind of looking around like, okay, I don't see nobody walking up. And I saw homeless people and everything across the street. Thanks, Greg. I appreciate this, brother. The companies are destroying us emotionally, spiritually, and financially. Our cars can handle more miles, no more. Jeff, one love, 300. That's what it is, brother, the 300. Hey, don't eat that. He's destructive, I can tell. So when I was looking around to see if it was somebody over there, there was nobody over there. Like no homeless people were walking back trying to say, hey, that's my dog. Nobody was saying anything. So I said, well, I'm not going to just leave you here. I'll just put you in my truck and I'll just kind of sit to see if anybody notices the dog missing. So I grabbed the dog and I sit in the truck. I'm just hanging out. And that's when security came up. And security was like, hey, you can't park over here. This is private property. You can't park here. I was like, well, actually, I said, I just found this dog chained up to the bus stop right behind me. I said, and I lit the window. And I said, that's the dog right there. And the security guy was like, oh, he said, well, I'm sorry. He says, man, take your time. You know, I said, yes, I'm just, trying to see if somebody's going to walk up and look for this dog. So I already got it. Nobody ever came. So he was like, well, I'm going to go talk to the people inside to see if they saw anybody out here. So I drove around, and that's when the girls inside of the building walked out. It was like, can we see the dog? So I let the window down. It was like, oh, that dog is so cute. So they took a picture, and they're like, well, if nobody wants the dog, we'll take. Hey, stop it. Says if nobody wants the dog, we'll take it. And I was like, all right, cool. Just text me later or whatever. And if nobody wants the dog, I'll let you know. But so far, nothing. They never text me. They never called me, which is cool because he's not a bad dog. He's just a busybody. That's all. Right, bud? I know it. All right, you going back outside. You ready to go outside? You can go hang out with your buddies out there. Here you go. There's Sika for you. Yeah. That's my little buddy Sika. And it's cool because I'll be like, Sika. Hold up. Nice boys win. Wait a minute. Nice boys win. Hey, I'm gonna drop the link. Nice boys win. I'm about to drop the link right now. So I need you to get on and kind of explain your story. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier, because it's probably a lot easier for you to do it this way than, so nice boys win. If you out there and you ready to chit chat for a second, my man, let people know about the whole situation and what went down, because they on my ass too. They on me too. So I feel you on that, but we're going to help you rock. You know how the 300 roll, man. We're going to help you rock through it. Hopefully we can get, some San Diego business up and drumming, up going. The military base. Now, what somebody hit me up with is pretty interesting. Peter even told me too, because there's people, we can get passes on the military bases with our cars and everything like that. Are they allowing illegals on military bases? Because Uber gives people this little pass. If you kind of go through the steps and everything and get a pass to like Luke Air Force Base, or I just want to know. Okay, he says, hold on, Jeff. My mom's next to me too. Tell her I said what's up. Exactly. Tell her I said, hey, Mom, we're getting on live stream. Let's talk about it. But if there's a way that we can get military, soldiers and people like that to start using us as personal drivers. Like, we go to the base, we get clearance, we get everything ourselves, and we tell people on the military base, hey, don't use Uber and Lyft, because Uber and Lyft are allowing illegals to be on these apps, which means they can possibly get onto the base or whatever. You have to do the full federal background. Yeah. Now, this is the thing, Eric, with the full federal background, we get that in America to be on Uber and Lyft, because I showed mine on the whole website. I showed my whole background to everybody. How are they getting illegals to do federal backgrounds if federal backgrounds are required to drive on the app? That's what I'm saying, man. I want to see how that's doing. What Avis is trying to charge me $225 because there was some little specks of mud and dirt on the outside of the car. Man, Avis, they be trying some shit, man. This is why what we need to start doing, honestly, when you rent cars or you rent anything or you do, ask what the exact amount of everything's going to be and put that shit on that card. If it comes to, hey, man, it's going to be $339, this and that, get a card and the max balance is $339. That's it. Say, what's the max balance? Put $339 on a card and it can't be charged more than $339. So if they start talking shit, oh yeah, we're going to charge you an extra $225, we're going to charge you this and that, they can't, because the card is maxed out at $339, because that's what you got the card for. It's a prepaid card you got for $339. So tell them, man, try it if you want to. I ain't paying y'all for that shit. $225 for that? No, doubt it. You can kick me off the platform so I can never rent from Avis no more. But y'all ain't gonna, if this is the shit y'all do, then I don't want to be on Avis no more. So yeah, man, I can't stand these apps, man. Hertz, Avis, Enterprise, they all do the same thing. They wait till you have your banking information. When they got your banking information, all your credit card stuff, they ain't your friend. And when they so friendly before they get it, oh, welcome to Avis. Oh my God, we've been waiting. Would you like some peppermints? Would you like some water? Would you like to have a seat? Would you like to meet Jimmy? Would you like to meet Nancy? It's like all kind of friendly shit. As soon as they get your damn credit card information, here's your keys, motherfucker. Car's out back. Which car is it? Go hit the chirper, motherfucker. You'll find it. Just hit the chirper. Damn, y'all was so nice like about 20 minutes ago. We ain't got to be nice to you. We got your bank account information now. We ain't got to be nice to you. I'm going to charge you a pissing me off fee in a minute. What's a pissing me off fee? $75 for what? Because you pissing me off. Like, that's all. Once they get your bank account information, they don't care at that point. They're trained to do customer service up to the point of getting your money. After that, they don't care. It's like, I have photos and I'm spending with my credit card company. I spoke to a representative from Avis and told them all of my friends and family will be leaving negative reviews. Oh, yeah. But not only that, we have a podcast. Yeah. We can fuck them up. Yeah. Pedro. Let's fuck them. We'll get them. We'll get Kevin to talk about them. Shoes. And that's what it is, man. Once they get all your information, they don't care after that. They'll be like, oh, yeah, well, hey, the tires look kind of bald. Dude, I drove like 30 miles. What do you mean the tires look kind of bald? Tires look kind of bald, man. I'm sorry, but I didn't go nowhere. It's like I just drove it from here to the house and back. I didn't have to use the car. Well, the tires look bald. They could do that shit to every single person that rents that car. Man, your friend said that's the only way to do it, a prepaid Visa. That's it. Yeah, man. It's like, if I got to do anything with any of these rental car companies, I'm going to call, hey, what's the total price? And what's the max it could be? Well, the total price is $339, but it might end up being like, $360, $370. Cool. Hey, get a prepaid card with about $380 on it. That's it. Put $380 on it. And as soon as they start talking that shit, oh yeah, well, we're gonna bill you for this and bill you for that. And no, you ain't. You ain't billing me for shit. Try it. See what happens. Oh, damn. Yep. He's smart. Prepaid cards. Yeah, Uber turns everything they touch into shit. That's funny. I know it. That's crazy. Oh, and then today they had the SETC meeting today. So they had the meeting today, and I'm telling y'all, man, I gotta share another screen with y'all because this is crazy. I'm like, this is impossible that the government's not telling people all of this stuff. This is just impossible. They're like, nope, government don't tell people that. What is it? Okay, these two here. Let's go. This and this. Wait a minute. Let me open this one. Open that. Boop. Then I'm going to open the next one. Hold up for a second. Bam. Open this one. Yeah, when y'all see this, y'all going to be like, this is impossible. It is literally impossible for the government not to tell people all of this stuff. It's just impossible. All right, hold up for a second. I'm trying to see how am I going to do this. Okay, I'll do like this. Wait a minute. Oh, can I do it? Okay, let's see something. Present, share screen. A window. Okay, this. Bam. This right here. Remember the other day when I said it was $100,000? He said all the drivers that are hitting him up, I'm gonna get to you, nice boys win. All the drivers that are hitting him up literally have almost $35,000 in unclaimed tax credits. And this is everybody. It was 100 because the other day it was like 78. It was like, I think 78, 77 leads or something crazy like that. He said, and after I put that second video, it's 177 people. 177 people got $234,000 worth of tax credits just sitting out there. And they don't know, like the government's not telling nobody about it. There's no websites telling people about it. And I'm like, so is that like holding people's funds? Like, they don't have to tell you they got a refund sitting for you. That's what we do. We go search for the refunds. We go out there and we go through all the credits. We go through everything based on all the people that drove in 2021. I think it was 2021 or 2020. I think it was 2021. He says, and this is all the money that they've got sitting out there. All the people from your page so far that did it all. And like I said, they keep me in a loop. So I'm like, dude, I appreciate that shit, man, because people need to know the truth about what's really going on out there. $234,000 in credits sitting out there for 177 people. But even better, I'm going to see if I can show you. Let me see this one. This one here. This might be a little easier right there. Yeah, let me see something. Man, how do I go in here? Okay, stop sharing that one. All right, let me try this again. Window. This one right here. These are all of the stuff he was saying. Refunds calculated. This is the stuff that they send me to show me that they're really on top of it and they're really doing it. They're just not just fucking with us and everything. They calculated, like I said, $234,000, and they're sending out all these invoices. They're trying to get all this money and everything together for all these people. They're really doing, like, their whole system is set up like that. And they keep me in a loop. Scott keeps me in a loop. Ryan keeps me in a loop. Linda keeps me in a loop. And they're like, Jeff, you're the one out here helping all these drivers get somewhere. And I'm like, no, y'all the ones helping drivers, man. I just appreciate y'all coming to me saying this is what y'all do. They work mainly with independent contractors. So I appreciate them doing that. If you guys are not looking at those links, then I'm putting them in almost every video because people need to go out there and get that money. Look at the links in my videos. And if it says the SET tax credit, that's where you go. This is all the stuff that they're calculating for everybody. Crazy shit. Bring my man Nice Boys Win in the building. What's up, Nice Boys Win? Welcome to radio station W18.
Welcome to WDKD's Nuts with.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Oh, she
Oh, hold on, let me
DKD's
chill.
nuts. This is DJ Easy Dick. Yeah, Duato, I see you, brother. What up,
What's
Miss
going
Mary?
on,
What's good?
300
All
fam?
right,
I know
brother.
it's
So,
been a
man, what?
while.
So, what? They said that you had an issue with your paperwork. Is that what Uber said?
Yeah, apparently, like, yeah, they told me that, like, my insurance in particular, like, it was determined that your documents were altered, and it looks, I can pull it up right now. Oh, did I lose you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, like, it
Well,
was determined that your documents are altered. So, like, I was just like, what the hell are you guys talking about? You know?
yeah.
Here I am, like I just figured this was the same policy that I've been using the past 6 months, and then now all of a sudden it's like it's fake.
Exactly. And you can even
And
download it
I
from a
know the
website
same
or something
thing.
like that, can't you? Can't you download your documents from a website and show this is my websites, right? This is my documents right here.
Right. I even offered the support, like whoever picked up my phone call, like, let's get on a three-way, let's call Progressive right now, and they'll be more than happy to verify my policy. And
That's all they got to
I
do is
was
make a
I
phone
was
call.
then placed on hold with looking for a supervisor, and they determined that I was on hold for 30 minutes before, oops, the old lady's coming in. But yeah, I was on hold, and then they told me that they'll give me a call back.
And they never did. Man, you
They
might want
never
to
did.
make sure
They
you
never
log the
did, and then when I
days,
did,
like the
I don't
days
know
from the
if
time you called till current, because you may be due money for fraud because they're fraudulently kicking you off by saying that you had fraudulent information, but really it's what you've had the whole time. So they may have to compensate you for that. You just never know. I mean,
right.
you got to talk to somebody about it. You may have to be compensated for just being held out of the market of work based on their errors. So I don't know, man.
Exactly.
Make document the times,
And I
document everything.
I felt like a part of me like wanted to let this slide, and just like what Frank told me in the chat, like, oh, they did you a favor, and I would like to look at it that way, but another part of me is telling me, oh, go hit up the professor, he'll get your account back, and that's the way you can get back at Uber
Get your money
just by
back,
being
man. Get
on
your
there,
money
just to
back.
spite them.
Yeah, get your money back, man. And the thing is, for them to actually sit up there and say your documents look altered instead of saying your documents are altered, that's how they save themselves legal. Because I learned from my attorneys, if you say the word appears to be, it takes all the proof, the burden of proof off of you, because anything could appear to be anything. But if you say something is something, you're saying it with 100% confidence, and that there's none. So they can always say, hey, it looks like, or it appears to be that this and that. Always, whenever I'm looking at something that's illegal, I always look and say something appears to be, and I let people know when you say appears to be, that means you're insinuating that I did something. You're alleging that I did something. So if you're alleging that I did something, I need you to say that. You need to say that I did it. Don't say it appears to be. You're saying allegedly I did something. No, prove that I did it before you do your action. Because if you don't prove it before and you do your action, I may have a right to sue you. So make sure of what you're doing right now. Appears to be is gray area, and it gives them a lot of leeway. Oh, well, it appears that you were online. Motherfucker, it don't appear shit. You tell me what I was doing. You don't make a statement. If they're saying your document appears to be altered, in what capacity? Are you saying that you think my name's not right? Is the border around it not the original border? You're saying it appears to be. You've got to come correct, because I may have a suit, and you may be responsible for all the money that you owe me for something that appeared to be when I was never lying to you in the beginning. You just made an error in judgment. So yeah, man, you might get them. And I'm one of those people, bro. Get that money. Don't even let it slide.
Not only that, but I've learned a lot from you when it comes to antitrust. I shouldn't even be working to begin with, remember, because like it's all antitrust violations.
Yep. And they know their terms of service agreements are notorious for that.
Yeah, exactly. And as much as like I've been hitting up lawyers, but I've been left hanging, and then I'm now starting to think like, oh, maybe I should contact the professor because he has a whole group of connections with lawyers and stuff.
Yeah. Well, see, a
And
lot of lawyers, the thing
I
is,
really want to nail these people down. I still remembered when one by one, all my family members had their bank accounts drained by Avis, and I called Uber about it since they're working with Avis, and they're basically saying, I'm sorry, we have nothing to do with this.
oh, they
I'm
got
like, what the
everything to
hell are
do
you
with
guys
it.
talking about? So yeah, exactly. Like, you guys have this partnership. You guys are just as guilty, and you guys are gonna help me get out of it. That was when I first discovered you, Jeff. That was my breaking point. And
Man.
Trixie was asking me about like Avis in the comments. That's what brought me here to begin with.
Yeah. Hey, and like I said, we know that these people who work at these apps are just, and honestly, in my opinion, a bunch of them are rejects that can't get jobs anywhere else because that's what these corporations like this don't look for the best and the brightest. I'm just telling you up real. They have all these scammy programmers, they got all these scammy engineers and these scammy executives. They don't look for the best and the brightest to do their work. They look for people who are desperate, destitute, have no other option, no other way. And they say, if you help us pull these crimes off, you can work for us. It's going to be very lucrative for you. That's why they want immigrants to work for them. They don't want us to.
Oh, no.
So they get
Exactly.
all of these scammy ass people working in their little customer
Yeah,
service departments. And all these people.
all those times I've been. I'm sorry.
No, you good. You good. You just got to lag. That's all. You good?
Thank you, Frank. I see your comment right there. But yeah, like how often do you like hit Uber up and you see a name like Parvinder or Sunil or like Jagdeep like respond to you? All these are Indian names. And then when I call support this morning, like these motherfuckers are in the Philippines. Come on, I'm Filipino. I know a Filipino when I hear a Filipino.
Yeah.
So
like, you're like, this is not an American I'm talking to. They have no idea what I'm talking about.
Well versed with the laws over here and the policies over here.
Yep. And that's how they can get away with it because they don't know international law. They only know Filipino law. And so if you outsource all of the work on American soil to another country, like you can't ask me laws in China because I don't study Chinese law. I have no idea. So you got people in the Philippines doing shit on the phones and everything here, not knowing, because Uber could be like, hey, you guys, we could legally keep this money as a tip because legally we're not obligated. Well, it says we 100% give them, we can give it to them. They don't know what form or when. We could give it to them in the form of a bonus, 2 months from now. And the Filipino like, oh, really? Yeah, that's how American law works. It works like that. We can take all the tips, pull them together, and slowly pay them back and surges. We don't tell them how we're going to give it back. Oh, we didn't know that's how America works. Yeah, that's how America works. And so the people are over there doing that shit, thinking they're abiding by the laws, and they're not. They're breaking laws. And we got attorneys over here that are scared to challenge Uber and Lyft because Uber and Lyft got deep pockets. They in ties with the Justice Department. They in ties with all the politicians everywhere, lobbyists left and right. And once an attorney's name gets put on a slate of, hey, this attorney is trying to challenge, us, David and Goliath type shit, trying to come at us, that attorney might have to go through hell for a while because they challenged a big ass corporation like Uber. So it's like, man. So it's like they gotta do something, man. They gotta do something different. People gotta just start going after these apps in any ways possible because these apps are coming after us in any ways possible. So yeah, you'll get it done, though, brother. You'll get it done.
Oh yeah,
because they done took you through hell with Avis and everything else, and now deactivating you on top of that. Like, man, it's crazy shit. It's crazy, bro.
I know. It's just like it's adding up inside. It's just too much for me at the moment.
Yeah.
True. And plus, I still have a family to look after. I mean, my lady quit her job just so she can stay at home. Yeah. I told her that, and then now this. I feel like hella responsible.
See, and at this point, Uber was basically the only thing you were doing at the time.
Yeah, like cash rides and everything. I mean, I can still do cash rides, but like I really
without that client base, it's not going to be as lucrative because Uber ain't nothing but a feeder system. It's a feeder system of charges or riders that they've overcharged and drivers that they're underpaying. It's a huge feeder system. It's a plantation. That's all it is. And we just pull people off that plantation to help better our communities. We use that money to help what the communities that should be helping. Because if that money is coming from the wallet of somebody across the street and it's coming to me to help them, then it should better our community, not make our community worse. So what they're doing is they're draining the money out of that house across the street and not putting any money into the house on this side of the street. So now you got two broke ass houses now, when we were fine without Uber at first. So Uber's notorious for doing that shit. They're going around the nation, breaking up communities, making everybody broke. And in the end of the day, everybody's like, well, we got to go do something. Well, you can either work for pennies on a dollar, because we got a bunch of immigrants ready to do this shit. So you're going to have to work for pennies on a dollar, or you're going to be out of a job. What is it going to be? And there people, I'm going to protest. Fuck protesting. We talk straight to the riders. Be like, listen, these apps are tech. They're robbing us. They're bank robbers in broad daylight. Bank robbers in broad daylight. So they're walking around, you know, charging people $100. That person might not have had. This lady hit me up the other day for a ride. She had $6 on her account or something like that. So she had to do it all in cash because they were taking so much money out of her Uber and Lyft accounts. She had nothing left on there. And she didn't want to keep putting money on there because she can't keep affording those rides. So, and Eric was there. Eric, I sent you the message too. I sent everybody the message. I sent everybody your phone number. And like, she lives in this part of town and she only has to go like 8 miles to work, 8 miles home. If somebody can help, you know, help her, then let's all band together and start helping her out. Keep her off the app so she can actually have a. So right now we're working with her right now, trying to get her somebody who can get her to and from work. But yeah, man, it's just we're doing our best to save our communities out here, man, because these apps have really drained the shit out of people to the point where they're scraping up money, scraping up pennies just to get to and from somewhere, because Uber has ripped off all the money in their savings account, taking every dime out of their budget. And Uber don't give a shit. They're like, dude, we don't live there. What do we care? If you can't use Uber or Lyft, I guess you're going to start using the bus or something. They don't care. So even if riders decided, riders need to go on strike, riders need to protest, riders need to be like, listen, I'm sick of these high ass Uber rates. What we're going to start doing is just using private drivers. We're sick of you, Uber. I guarantee Uber will be like, oh shit. We got riders saying they're going to team up with drivers now. Oh, we're really screwed now. We're really screwed. They're not going to use us in it. And that was the point of my video about Eric Cartwright. Get riders off the app to see who Uber and Lyft truly are. Get them out of there. Oh, Eric, yes. I think she said she got a ride home. She got a ride home that day, but she still needs rides to work. Luckily, today is Friday. Over this weekend, let's see if we can work out something where we're going to hit her up over this weekend, Eric, see if we can work out a good schedule for her. Because that'll be a good ride. Because like I said, it's at least, you know, on your side of town, and she does it every morning, same time. So we'll work on it. We'll work on it, brother. Hey, that's what we do, man. We spread out all over town. The 300 is all over town out here. And if any, like when somebody sends me a message saying, hey, Jeff, I need a ride. I'm like, look, I'll send that shit to Eric. Eric, she's on your side of town. This is money.
Exactly. Like, I was pretty excited at that idea. Like San Diego 300. I'm just like, wow, we're not going to be a 300 family anymore. We're going to be 300 nation. Like, yeah, man. Like if I were to get hit up with someone, I picked someone up at San Diego. I'm going back home to Phoenix. Do you know anyone who can drive me back home? Yeah, let me call my boy Jeff. He'll get you right at the airport or whatnot. Yep. That's an idea I was very excited about. And yeah, like I'm hoping.
It can still go down, man. It can still go down. We can do it because I got a couple of doctors here who actually live in San. I just started riding with them, but they live in San Diego. So I definitely got to get all your information through email or whatever, send it out to you. So whenever they start saying, hey, I got to go down to San Diego, hey, make sure you hit my boy Nice Boys Win when you get there. He'll pick you up from the airport. He'll appreciate you. Itinerary already said everything's done. And Miss T just did that. She hit me up the other day saying she had somebody going to San Fran. So I hit up James. I said, James, look, I said, hey, man, I got somebody flying in from San Fran. It's Miss T's client. Let me send you her information. So that was a good connect. She's way out on the east. She's out in Washington, D.C. and everything. So the lady's flying from Washington, D.C. all the way to San Fran. When she get to San Fran, 300 already at the airport picking her up in San Francisco. So she ain't got to worry. And now they've already talked. They already got everything lined up. That's going to be her new. Whenever she gets to San Fran, James Look is now her driver now. So that's how the 300 links up. Because we ain't in this shit to be greedy. I want my clients to meet you to know that I'm with some solid ass people. Because when my clients know, oh, Jeff fuck with some real people, man. You can fly anywhere. They there, clean car, bottled water right in the car. These guys do ride service. They don't do ride share. These guys are legit. They know they're linked into a network of drivers. Wherever you go, you ain't going to be gouged. Don't worry about being gouged. Take care of the drivers take care of you wherever you go, any city you land in. And that's what I love about this channel. Everybody's so happy to be like, I'm willing to help. And nobody's like, no, I ain't helping you, man. I ain't helping you, man. We ain't got no haters over here. It's all helpers over here. And I love it about this channel, man. So we're going to get you squared away, brother. We definitely going to get you squared away.
For sure, man.
Yeah. So
And I'm
because
hoping I can
it's
get in
you.
touch with Dom and Adolphus so and get this
Yeah.
like San Diego thing started. And mind you, I don't even live in San Diego. I hop back and forth between San Diego and LA.
Okay.
LA is where my mom's at. Ironically enough, it's my mom's birthday today.
Oh,
So it
happy
was a lovely
birthday.
birthday.
Yeah.
It was thank you. It was a lovely surprise telling my mom, I've been deactivated on an Uber. So yeah, like that's what makes it sting a little bit more. It had to
Yeah.
happen today, and then on top of that, I travel 2 hours down south just to work because I get throttled here in LA.
Yeah.
And it's
LA,
like
yeah, it's a hard market, man. LA's a crazy
Yeah.
market. And plus with the traffic there versus in San Diego is different too. Because I've been to LA a few
Yeah.
times and it's kind of more flowing down there. You can find some good areas and you can just kind of swing through places, hit up the pier and everything. Be like, man, this is easy. LA,
Mhm.
nothing. No, Eric said, happy
Doubt it.
birthday, moms. Yeah. Doubt it. I ain't doing LA. Doubt it. Shit. Need a t-shirt that says LA with a question mark. Doubt it. It's like, shit, I'm not working in LA. I'm going out to San Diego. Jeez. Oh, Frank said he was born in San Diego. He used to live in San Diego. My aunt, she was in this place called El Cajon. I'd never been, but that's where she was for many years. El Cajon.
Oh, El Cajon, yeah. It's like 15 minutes out.
Okay. Yeah, that's where she was. She was always when I was in Vegas, you come down to El Cajon. I'm like, man, when I finally did start making it down there, I was ending up in places like by the beach, weird places. I had this little hotel. Me and my son went for in October because the kids are getting the zoo for free. So we stayed in this cool little like hotel that had a kitchen and everything, and it was dope. It looked like a hotel that would be used in a movie from like the 80s. It was so good. Had palm trees all in the middle courtyard and everything. It was all kind of run down and shit. I was like, dude, I like this. It was like some Pulp Fiction shit. I was like, I like this little hotel. This is dope. Like, man. No. So Junior Stanford, Jeff, to address that, I just learned something yesterday and it contacted Progressive about it. These insurance companies need to start being a real good neighbor. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, these insurance companies, they're kind of scammy because they know they don't want to pay out the claims. And there's a lot of drivers out there right now, people who I believe shouldn't be drivers. If you're a professional painter and you keep fucking up people's houses, you shouldn't probably be a professional painter. If you're a professional driver and you keep wrecking cars all the fucking time, maybe this is not something for you. And I'm a guy who I've been driving since I was 15. I don't wreck cars. This is not what I do. Everybody, well, what about the risk? What about the wreck? I'm like, how many times have you wrecked? Oh, about probably 10 or 11. And you a fucking driver? It's like, no wonder you say, nah, this is not a career field for you. It's like, you can't keep doing something and tearing shit up thinking this is what I want to do for a living. You just don't have it. Give it up. Do something different. Be a motherfucking, like, being a nursery herm, digging pot and soil and shit like that. You might be good at it. But driving a car, if you always worried about wrecking a car, and I'm not worried about it. If somebody hit my shit, I got uninsured and underinsured. I didn't cause an accident. I got uninsured and underinsured. Never had to use it before. Like on the Jeep, somebody hit me in the back of the Jeep, but hey, they insurance covered all that, so I wasn't even stressing that shit. My other car,
you didn't alter your insurance, did you, Jeff?
Nope, hell no. Yeah, I put 300 at the top. I put we to 300 at the top of my insurance. This looks altered. It says we to 300 at the top. Yeah, bitch. Frank said, just look at as Uber gave you the day off, bro. That's it. Just Uber gave you the day off. That's how you can say, hey, man, Uber gave me the day off today. So I ain't got to do it. Go and this is what I would do if I wanted to go pick up rides. Go find a really nice hotel or area where you know people are going to have like suitcases and luggage and everything like that. Park the car in a shaded area right outside the valet. Get your business cards like me and Jamil do. Walk into the building. Me and Jamil walk into the building and we start talking to people in the building while they're sitting down, and we give them cards and they chop it up with us and everything else like that. So it's like,
I got mine right here.
Got mine, baby. Hell yeah, hell yeah. And
this is my picket sign right here.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. If we're gonna go out there and make a difference, that's how we're gonna make it. And I know a lot of people are, like I said, they fear being off the apps. I haven't driven for Uber in 6 or 7 weeks now. I haven't driven on the Uber app for 6 or 7 weeks. My private clients have really been carrying me, but I've been giving them all the undivided attention. I'm not stuck on the app 40 miles way to fuck over here, have them drive 40 miles to get to them to do a 10-mile ride because I promised them. No, my day is based on my schedule and my phone. If I know I got to be by Arizona Grand, I'm not leaving the area. I'm gonna be over because I don't want to have to be way up, an hour and a half north just to come all the way hour and a half south. That's time, gas. No, my private clients are my primary. They pay me way better than the apps. So I get my private set. If I got 2-3 hours in between privates, I'll turn it on Uber Black or Lyft Black and see what happens. If a black ride pops up, 10 miles, I'm still in the same area, I'll take it. And I'm like, okay, I'll do that real quick. I ain't got shit else to do.
They don't give you bonuses anymore, do they?
No, we get nothing. Not on these apps.
So you have absolutely no reason to be on the app.
No. I mean, I could do 3 rides on the app. Like I said, I'll do 3 rides, make $120. 1 ride, make $130. Another ride, make $80. 95 in 1 ride. Why am I doing 10 and 15 rides to make $90? I see people out there. Yeah, I did 20 rides today, man. I'm at $190 out of 20 rides. I do 1 and make $130. I do 1 right behind that one for like $80. I'm already at $210 in 2 rides, $210, and it only took me like maybe an hour and 45 minutes. I mean, shit, I'm at what, $130 right now and an hour and 12 minutes on the app. And that's app driving, which is way worse. Me driving, I can make $130 in less than an hour driving on my own shit. Because I can go 20, I can do 15, 16 minutes. I've done 15, 16 minutes, about 9 miles, $55. So in 9 miles, I make 55, means 18, I make 110. So in 18 miles, 110, that means 36 miles, I just made $220 in 36 miles. That's me setting my own shit up. The apps are not going to pay me that much money for 36 miles. So my private clients are my main people. Those are my people. That's my job. My private people are my job. What's Uber and Lyft? If I got time, I'll fuck with you. Meantime, I'm on Facebook. I'm marketing myself on Facebook. Because I'm gonna pull up my Facebook right now. Let me see something. If I can get in my Facebook from here. I don't know if I can do it through this. Let's see. Yeah, because I get on my Facebook. I'll market myself on Facebook. Y'all gonna see my Facebook account now. All you raggedy motherfuckers gonna be like, I want to join your Facebook page. No, you don't. It ain't shit on there anyways. I see Dalton's on there. All right, let me see something. Let me show what I posted on Facebook this morning, if they'll let me. Oh, man, you're on Facebook right now. Hey, I see it's on Facebook right now. All right. So let me go over here real quick. I'm going to hit up present, share screen. Oh,
let's see.
Window. Oh, this one right here. Bam. Share. Can you see it on that side?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there it is right there. Okay. So that's what I posted on Facebook this morning. I said, Arizona travelers, if you were stuck due to the worldwide computer outage, make sure you contact me and my team. We will figure something out. We solve problems, so don't be afraid to ask. Please share. It's Friday the 19th, so we're all on standby right now to see how we can help. If you have to get to another city, let us see if we can help. And I just put me and Jamil stuff on there. That's how I market right there. So, people always comment on it. My man Heater, he's on there too, stuff like that. So that's what we do.
Funny,
you know what I'm saying?
You mentioned your marketing strategy because ever since Homeboy was like celebrating the fact that maybe next time we'll get Trump and shoot him in the head. Ever since that happened, I've been marketing my thing like, hey, here at Ride with Ray, we don't condone violence against anyone, whether you're black or white, red or blue. You'll always have a ride with Ray. Hit me up for a ride, and we'll help you get started.
Exactly.
And I think I've been you can go on Uber's Twitter right now and you'll see me on there. And I've been plastering my shit on their Twitter on
as
top
you
of
should.
On top of like all the shit that like I've been like saying on Uber and posting your videos too. I think that's what done me in this morning because I know they're following me. I know they have their ways of collecting my data and finding out, this motherfucker right here in our Twitter, is he an Uber driver? Let's find out. So I know they have their ways of finding out
who everybody is,
who I am and all that stuff. And that's probably, I'm willing to bet like everything I've ever earned on Uber, that's the case. They're retaliating against me for speaking out. And and I've been warned 4 times already for giving unauthorized off app rides. And then the last time,
but that's the thing about me.
I just went off on them.
They're not the authority on off-app rides. They're not the authority on that. The authority on off-app rides or rides in general, rides period, is local government. Uber is not local government. As bad as they want to be local government, they are not local government. They would like to be.
Right.
So if I choose to give a ride to somebody across the street from me, Uber can't call me, hey, Jeff, you're giving a ride to Barb? Yeah. Is that on our app? No. Oh, you can't do that, Jeff. It's an off-app ride. Motherfucker, who are you? Hang up the phone on their ass. I'm like, you don't tell me who I can and can't give a ride to in my private vehicle. I don't work for you. It's like I'm an independent contractor. Hey, Jeff, we see you up at the top of the hotel, at the top of the restaurant, picking up some pee at the restaurant. Or is that on the Uber app? No. Why? Oh, Jeff, you can't give off-app rides. What are you doing at the top of the restaurant? You got to turn your app on and they've got to contact you through the app. I'll be like, what the fuck is this playing on my phone? Like, no, you don't do that. That's not. So you can't tell me you are the authority on app, off app rides. You are not the authority on planet Earth telling who I can and can't let in my car. But some people believe that shit. They're brainwashed. I gotta listen to what Uber said. Uber said that I can't let nobody in my back seat. Uber said I can't let nobody in my front seat. People used to say that shit. Hey man, is it cool if I sit in the front? I was like, motherfucker, it's a seat. I don't care. Sit in it. Oh, because I know a lot of drivers be mad about that shit. I'm like, bro, I could care less. Honestly, I really could. If you comfortable sitting there, knock yourself the fuck out. You're not driving my car, so you can't sit in my driver's seat. Sit wherever you can sit in the trunk if you fucking feel like it. It's like I could care less. But all these people out there, man, they are so brainwashed by Uber and Lyft. I can't do this unless Uber. I'm like, how long has cars been invented? So you telling me everybody before cars got invented are all criminals? Everybody's a criminal before Uber and Lyft got invented. Now we're not criminals all of a sudden because Uber and Lyft were invented? No, they're using an app to parlay fear. That's it. So I don't listen to that shit. I'm like, no, I'm not worried about y'all. Jeff, you can't do an off-app ride. I'm like, I do off-app rides every day. Your app ain't the only way I get around town and get people around town. Fuck your app. It's like, no, send me better rides that'll pay better and I'll leave it on your app. Otherwise, no, we're not playing that game. I'm not scared of y'all like that. Well, we can kick you off the app. Cool. I just promote about how y'all support domestic fucking terrorism. Let's do that. We can both play that game. And I got proof of that shit. So I got proof of mine. And your man Eric went and he deleted his whole account and scrubbed all that shit off of his account. But hey, a lot of us smart motherfuckers, like even when I had my Facebook a long time ago, I was to tell people, if you ever want something, screenshot what's on your screen right now, because it might not be there in an hour. Screenshot everything. Man, I got in my phone here, there's a folder that says screenshots and screenshots too. Screenshots is everything current. Screenshots 2 is a whole bunch of other shit. And I move it off of screenshots 2 onto my laptop. Dude, I've got thousands of screenshots. And I categorize them.
You got your court shit on there too. Huh?
Oh, yeah. I got legal, screenshots for legal, screenshots for friends, screenshots funny. Hey, I got tons of screenshots about, hey, this might be legal. Let me go into screenshots legal. You open up screenshots legal, it'll say Uber, Lyft, BMW corporate. I got everybody's in my fucking phone. If it's a screenshot, oh, I got you. Don't worry about it. That's my digital library right there. I got 100 gigabyte chip in that phone because it didn't come with it. I had to put 100 gig chip in it. So I got everything I need in there. Oh, yeah. So whenever I could take the chip out, enter the chip into my laptop, move all that shit over like that quick. It's done. Put the chip back in, I'm good. Or just transfer it over. Like I usually use this cord here. This is my transfer cable. Whoops. Yeah, this is one of my transfer cables here. So what I do is I just transfer everything with this cable. I just plug into that, move everything over in one shot, done. I got my little legal processes going over here. People don't fuck with me. It's like, nah.
Well, get ready to use everything you have in that court folder because I am serious. Like I am feeling it. Like I want to pin these motherfuckers down. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
And I'm hoping I got Torsten's number on my phone right here, so I'm gonna give him a call in a second and see what he can do to help me.
Hit him up, tell him I said what's up, and tell him he better be sharing my videos. Say, hey, are you sharing Jeff's videos? Says, no. Say, man, you better share Jeff's video. Jeff's gonna be pissed the fuck off. You don't want to do that. I'm just kidding.
He's probably staying under the radar because of the way I've been sharing your videos, it got me deactivated.
I tell people I'm front line with my shit. These apps know me. They know my name. They know my cards. They know everything of my phone numbers. I use my phone numbers to log in. I'm front line with my shit. But I also know a lot of attorneys. I know people who are ready to make fucking money. So you fuck with me, hey, we're gonna take our shot at it. We're gonna go to court. We want to sit in court. I don't want to sign an NDA. I just want to go to court. I want my day in court. And if I get my day in court and I got a lot of attorneys that's backing me up, I'm gonna say, hey man, I'll do this in a contingency. You motherfuckers can take 40% of the money. I'm sure about this. I'll give you 40%. I'm not sure. They'd be like, you gonna give us 40%? 40. Let's go. I bet these motherfuckers a mortgage up on their house. And I'll tell you what happened. My aunt, the one from San Diego, she did the same shit. She put a mortgage on her house. She put a mortgage on her house. Her attorney put a mortgage on his house. They sued the Las Vegas Club Casino back in 1997, 1998. Won millions. Each one of them put their houses up, mortgages on their house. They said, oh, we got this shit. We got it. Casino was like, y'all ain't got shit on us. It was, look up Howard Hunter. Howard Hunter, Las Vegas Club. Type that shit in. Howard Hunter, Las Vegas Club. Howard Hunter was my aunt's husband. His daughter, Alexandra Hunter, that's my cousin Alexandra, my cousin Mike's sister and all that. They killed her dad at the Las Vegas Club when he got off of work and went over to go to have a drink. They put him in a chokehold, killed him in an illegal chokehold. They said it wasn't illegal. They got all the fucking the footage and everything. So they got all the footage. The attorney was like, they're not giving us all the footage. They started putting up mortgages on houses. They said, we're going to fight these casinos. I was working casino at the time, so I knew people that was involved in that shit. They got all the security tape. They put up mortgages on houses. They beat the shit out them casinos. Millions. So trust me when I tell you, I'm from a long line of motherfuckers that love to go to court. I ain't been to court in a long time because people don't like to fuck with me. Like last time I've been to court, I think it was over some child custody shit. And I'm unemployed winning child custody. People say, how are you unemployed? You ain't got no motherfucking job and you winning custody? Because I know my laws, man. I know my laws. Trust me. So it's like, I don't want to go to court against people because I enjoy my life. I like to rescue dogs off of bus stops and shit like that. That's what I do with my day. So if I don't got to go to court, hey, it's a good day for me. If ain't nobody bother me, it's a good day for me. But you fuck with me, trust me. We put mortgages up on houses, and I got a lot of equity in this fucking house. Attorney need a retainer? How much? Let me call a BFA. I'm about to put my second mortgage on my house because my aunt, she got millions by mortgage in her fucking house. Millions. Think I won't do the same thing? Shit, I know the game. Try me. Uber and Lyft don't want to mess with me. They don't want to mess with me.
Well, you should know better because you went through the LSAT.
Exactly. And I was like, I'm like, I got accepted. And they all these lawsuit offers came pouring in. It was like, dude, you did great. You did amazing. Come to law school. I was like, yes, I'm going to go to law school. And the girl I was with at the time was like, baby, I told you could do it. I knew you could do it. You're going to go to law school. I told you it was way too smart to be in a corporate office to do it. And she had a salon at the time. I was like, let's do it. I said, I can't wait to go. Man, they was like, yeah, one's in Virginia, one's in Florida, one's in Connecticut, I was like, motherfucker, I live in Vegas. I'm not driving across the country to go to law school because you can't work and go to law school. So I was going to have to live where I was and go to law school where I was. I couldn't drive. I couldn't fly and live in a whole nother state with loans and no money and everything. So I said, no, I can't do it, man. Everybody was like, so you just going to say no and just walk away from all this shit? I'm like, damn. I'm going to say no and walk away from all this shit. And I just stayed corporate. And it's like, it happens, man. It happens. You think you getting there. And right when that final piece comes and you get all these letters saying, you know, we would like to extend you an invitation to attend our law school, this and that. And you see all these, and I'm just like, fuck, they're all like 3,000 miles away.
They're all on the East Coast.
Yeah. So I said, no, I'm cool. And I've had a pretty good life without it. I've still studied law and done law. And I got enough, and they call it pro se. Pro se, PROSC means proper person. Proper person means you can represent yourself in court. Hayes versus Kerner, Plessy versus CIA is two court cases that allow you to represent yourself in court. And the courts cannot construe you to be as well as a trained attorney. So the court has to instruct you. You can fuck up paperwork. You can do whatever you want to do. So to me, representing myself is so much better than having an attorney. Attorney fucks up. The judge is like, well, Esquire, attorney such and such. You can't do that without this addendum, and you have to have an affidavit. You got to do this. Okay. Me, I could fuck up, and the court will say, okay, we're going to put this on the docket for next time. Jeff, when you come next time, have this affidavit, have this notarized, have this and this. Okay. You don't even have to write shit down while you're in court because it's all in the transcripts. So you just go get the transcripts when it's done and you just do whatever the judge said on the transcripts. You have the transcripts as your backup for what you have to do. If he don't say it on the transcripts, it ain't shit you got to do. Because he says, well, why ain't you bring in this and this and this? Well, on the transcripts, you didn't say that. This is what you told me on the transcripts. The court has to walk you through the process if you're in proper person because of Hayes versus Kerner, Plessy versus CIA. That's how you know that shit. So I go to court all the time and they teach me. They taught me to be a really good attorney. I've been in court a lot of times, and they instructed me. Even the attorneys on the other side, they can tell a judge something. The judge has to explain what he's saying, why he's saying it, and what I can or can't do. The judge can't be my attorney, but he has to instruct me in a way that allows me to perform equally as what he's doing. The judge can say, I can only take evidence, I can only do that, but I can walk you through the process of what you need to do to combat what he's saying. If you want to counter his motion, this is what you have to file. You have to file an affidavit of financial condition. You have to affidavit of residency. You got to do this. You got to do that. You need, okay, cool. No problem. No problem. We're going to come back to court again in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Cool. Okay, cool. And everybody gets, okay, can you please prepare the documents for these? Yeah, we can prepare the documents. His side, usually the other attorney will prepare the documents if they say, I don't have to. And me not being an attorney, I don't have to prepare the documents. The other side does. He's an attorney. His legal department will prepare all the documents. I just sit back. Attorneys fucking hate me in court. They hate me because I already know my, I'm like, dude, I could just sit here and just let y'all do the case for me. I don't even have to do my case. Y'all can do it for me. I just got to show up. That's it. I'm an proper person. I'm not an attorney. But the fact that I know the law that well kind of makes me fuck them up.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to know the law in order to represent yourself.
Yeah,
because like it's funny that you brought that up because I've wondered, like, with all these like attorneys that I'm contacting about Uber, like I get the impression that a lot of them are afraid to take on a big company like Uber, and I was wondering if I can take Uber straight on and represent myself in court. Because with all the antitrust violations, all the shit that I've been through as their driver, like
look at this movie.
That's like,
look at this movie in your spare time. Go on Netflix and type in this movie. Type in The Pelican Brief. Just type in The Pelican Brief, and look at that movie.
Brief as in BRIEF.
Yep, The Pelican Brief. Look up. It's got Aaron Brockovich is what it's all about. And so when you type in The Pelican Brief and you watch how they did everything possible for this lady not to sue Big Oil. They did everything possible for her not, and she was jumping through hoops for years to sue Big Oil. Nobody wanted to touch it. No attorney, no law firm, nobody wanted to touch it. Aaron Brockovich said, I'll do it.
It's about Aaron Brockovich.
Yes. And that shows you how,
like, I don't know if that's a movie that Julia Roberts did.
Exactly. Julia Roberts was Aaron Brockovich. Yep. She was the one who played Aaron Brockovich. But it explains to you how the legal system really works and why they like to keep things the way they are. A lot of people are getting money hand over fist. Corporations are paying attorneys retainers. People are paying people money to shut up. People are paying politicians to shut up. Politicians are paying other people. Everybody's funneling money everywhere. You just have to come up with the paper trail of where everything's going and how everybody's related to everybody. Once you come up with that, you kind of got them fucked at that point. And that's why people go through all these relationships when they're doing law. How is this person this? Okay, you have a conflict of interest now. How do you know? Because this person is this person. This person's with this person. You two shouldn't even be in court together because of a conflict of interest. Damn, case starts unraveling. Once you start unraveling that case, look at the Fannie Willis case. Prime example. They came against Trump, blah, blah, blah. Trump's attorneys and say, you know what? We don't care what you're saying about Trump. We don't give two shits about what you're saying in Trump. Because you actually fucking the DA, ain't you? You fucking the DA, ain't you? Huh? No, we don't want to talking about. We don't know what talking about. You two are sleeping together. He's married. You're sleeping with him. You guys are taking trips. They fucked up the conflict of interest. Once you start going for how everybody's related and you start background checking everybody involved in that, you can unravel a whole case. And you ain't even got to worry about the case. You think Trump then was worried about the case once they knew who Fannie and that other dude was? They could care less who they were. Wade, his name was Wade and Willis. They could care less what they was in court for. They said, we don't care why they're here. We have just challenged their integrity. They have a conflict of interest. They got a serious integrity, and they got cases on themselves right now because of everything they said under oath. That's why Fannie Willis tried to say, well, I'm not the one on trial here. And I was like, yes, you are. You don't even know it, lady. The shit you just said under oath just put you on trial. You have no idea what you just said. And everybody, even on my TikTok, was, you don't know what you're talking about, Jeff. You don't know what you're talking about, Jeff. Go look at my TikTok. Everybody was saying that shit. You don't know what you're talking about, Jeff. The whole family was, you don't know. Where am I at today? These motherfuckers is like crickets now. I'm like, didn't I tell y'all she was going to go to trial? Didn't I tell y'all this lady was going to be investigated? Didn't I tell y'all that? I leave this shit on my account because it's historic. I don't backtrack and say, oh man, I was wrong. No, I leave shit on my accounts because it's history. So when people go back and look at the history, they say, damn, Jeff, you was right. That shit's on your TikTok. You said all this shit was going to happen. I'm like, Yeah, and I left it on my TikTok for people to see. I wasn't playing. I told y'all this lady, she just talked herself into a circle right now. She's trapped right now. You don't know what you're talking about, Jeff. You're just trying to put the black woman down. Like, I ain't got shit to do with the black woman. She just created perjury and she just campaign violations, IRS violations. This lady just threw herself right into a whole den of wolves right now, sitting there. This ain't about me. This investigation. I said, okay, lady, you don't know what you just said. I know law. You don't know what you just said. You don't know what you're talking about, Jeff. Sure enough, look at us now. I'm like, man, they made him get off the case. After he got off the case, now they started investigating her. I'm like, didn't I tell y'all all of this shit was gonna happen? If you don't think I told you this, go look at my TikTok. There's a TikTok. It says Fannie Willis on that. That was before everything. I predicted all of this shit because when you know law, it's just what you know, and I don't got to go back and erase it. I can't go back and edit it. It's sitting there for everybody to say, damn, he ain't lying. He really did say this shit. I'm like, told you. Just like when I was doing that live stream the other day when Trump got shot. What did I say? I said, this dude's a fucking patsy. I said that. I can't go back and change my live stream from the other day. So if you go look at my live stream the other day, and this is Jeff said he was a patsy. The moment he got shot, Jeff said that dude's a patsy. He's not the one that did it. I can't go back and change it.
Remember that.
What is everybody else saying right now? They're all saying, this is not the guy that did it. Didn't I say that the day it happened? I don't erase shit because when you have common sense and you use IQ, you don't got to erase shit.
I remember you said that, Jeff.
Yeah, man.
I remembered you said
people
that.
Say, and people doubt it. They doubt it.
It happened on my birthday. On my birthday, July
13th, I know you like
24.
See, ruin your cake,
like,
man.
Wow. Because I already knew it was bullshit right off the bat. Like, how can you let this motherfucker chill on the roof for an hour with like Secret Service around? And on top of that, he was walking around the perimeter.
Yes. The dude he don't have a IQ level that high to structure an assassination at that level. He's not that smart. I don't care. Even if he was that smart, there's somebody else smarter than him called the police, law enforcement, Secret Service. They're smart. They're trained in knowing when people think they so smart, they gonna try some shit like this. So you got to be super smart to outthink the smart people who think they smart. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this to go get next to the president. Well, Secret Service had already thought of that because they're supposed to be Secret Service. They're smarter. All these people, snipers, everybody should have thought that already. All these people weren't even trained to do that. That's why I said this dude didn't do it. He's not that smart. He's the patsy. And I said it on the live stream as it was happening. And everybody's like, oh, you this and that, and you this and that, and you this. I was like, motherfucker, whatever. I ain't say whatever you want to say. I've said what I said. That shit is documented for history.
Wow,
now everybody's
people in the chat like denying you.
Yeah. And now it's like, almost a week later, everybody sitting around like, yeah, man, it was an inside job. I'm like, didn't I say that shit? I mean, I told motherfuckers I'm not psychic. I just use common sense. Once you start applying common sense, a lot of shit just don't add up in this world around you. It's like we living in a simulation and they're saying who's awake.
Common sense. And like, we have a history of this too with JFK, with fucking Sirhan.
Yep. And a simulation, like most people think a simulation is like a screen in front of you or something you can touch. The simulation is the action of creating something that's fake. It's simulated. So everything around us is like, it's fake. The government is fake. The powers that be is fake. All this shit, it's a simulation. It's a game they're fucking playing. None of this shit is natural. It's not real. It's all edited. It's created. It's forced. It's a narrative. You're simulating shit, simulating it. When you simulate a pandemic, you have to create something that's not real. It's a simulation. It's an experiment. Hey, how are we gonna make people do all of this? We have to simulate something. What are we gonna do? Well, if you want people to take this universal flu vaccine, we have to simulate something, create something, put shit on TV to saying it's dangerous, put tickers and deaths and all, simulate something. This is all a simulation. They're fucking with us. But they're like, who's awake around here enough to realize what's really going on? Look around. See, most people think a simulation is what you see in a movie. They think a simulation is like a hologram. No, a simulation is a narrative. It's an idea. It's a path. It's a situation. It's all simulated. It's like when you sit in a flight simulator, they're making you think you're flying and they're making you go through all the shit of flying. You can even wreck a simulator and it'll say, okay, you're dead because you wrecked. It'll tell you the truth. And they're doing that in life. They're doing all of this shit here and making you think if you do this, you that, you're going to die. If you don't wear a mask, you're going to die. If you don't do this shot, you're going to die. They do all this crazy shit. It's all simulation. And then when it really don't happen, they go to Congress for the hearings. They back off. It wasn't me. We never told nobody that. Bullshit. We got it all on video. Video is historic. It's all on video. So you can't lie and say you didn't say that and didn't tell people that somebody else said it. Just like with this shooter shit, everything's on video. So how can you say all of this shit happened, but on video, nobody ever sees the shooter point a gun at an officer, then hurry up and turn around and shoot at Trump? Nobody ever sees that. He was laying there on his stomach, aiming at Trump the whole video. So at what point did he turn around, aim at a cop? The cop went back down the ladder all scared and shit, and then he turned back and shot Trump. It didn't happen. That didn't happen. They're trying to sell you the narrative that it happened, but it didn't happen. Otherwise, we would have saw it on video. We all see the videos. And we all see that the angle that he was at be kind of impossible to shoot at the angle he was. I mean, so much, man. It's so you can't even wrap your head around the level of fuckery that's going on with that whole situation. Can't even wrap your head around it. The Secret Service director had a meeting. She had a meeting today with a committee. They said they only allowed in the committee, you weren't free to ask any question you wanted to ask. They allowed 4 questions. 3 of the 4 questions were asked by Democrats. The last question was asked by a Republican, and that was the end of the meeting. It was all a simulation. It was simulated to make it believe like we were here to answer questions and inquiries. No. They weren't there to answer an inquiry. It was make people believe they were. Hey, she's going to answer, questions. No, she didn't. She answered 3 softball questions. 1 question she half answered, and they left. It was done. I'm like, people have to wake up and realize what's going on. This shit was about, something way more serious than just an election. This is way more serious. This is about power. This is about absolute power over a people, whether it be a World Economic Forum, whether it be unified world government. This is about somebody they fear coming into power and unwrapping all the bullshit of a cocoon they've wrapped us in. And they're willing to go to the point of killing this man to keep us wrapped up in that fucking cocoon of bullshit. They're willing to go that far. It wasn't that kid. That kid was a fucking patsy. That kid, he was oh yeah, I hate Republicans, I hate Trump, and they've got the wrong guy. I put that on one of my videos. And I told people, I'm like, this dude, I even said it before. I said, he's not the right person. I'm like, I don't think he's that intelligent enough to get that close to the president without somebody going, hey, what are you doing over here? Hey, what the fuck is going on? What are you carrying? What are you walking in with a ladder for? What are you maintenance? Somebody would have talked to him. They videotaped the dude, took pictures of the dude from afar. Like you said, hours before it even happened. They already had this dude recorded. So this is way deeper than what anybody can wrap their minds around, because what happened versus what they wanted to happen, it left everybody hanging like, oh shit, now shit's about to hit the fan. I guarantee people are going to show up missing over the next couple of months. People who were involved in the situation are just not going to be around no more through whatever reason, whether it be they can't find them or they can find them, they're not breathing no more. Some shit's going to happen because somebody that has nothing to do with that kid, somebody did something to the degree. And like I said, these people anybody who's involved in that situation can't go anywhere in the world right now because Trump knows everybody all over the world. Now, if word is out that you're involved in this Trump situation and you're in another country, that government is now looking at you like, what the fuck are you doing over here? You trying to set me up now too? These people can't go nowhere. They're all known now as terrorists now. All of them are in that domestic terrorism fucking umbrella right now for trying to kill a president. All of them are involved. And you can't just say, hey, I'm going to go on vacation to the Bahamas. Wait, weren't you in the Secret Service? Now the people in the Bahamas is looking at you like, who else you over here with? Because we know who the fuck you are and we know what you did. Like, who are you here with? These people can't go nowhere. Can't go to Germany, can't go to Russia, they can't go nowhere. They got the microscope on them, each one of them. And each one is going to be scared. The next one is going to talk. Each one is scared. Oh, I don't know, man. He might crack. I don't know. He might crack. I don't know. So instead of cracking, you're just going to find people just coming up missing one day. So we ain't got to worry about that person cracking. Why? Because we cut that tie. What about this? We cut that tie. And it's like, man, it's gonna hit the fan. Shit's gonna hit the fan. I'm telling you. He says, let me put them out for 2 Lambo dogs now. Mark says, why aren't Republicans talking about the attempt? Mark, what do you mean? Well, I am a Republican. What are you talking about? I've been talking about it since it happened. You mean Republican politicians themselves If you're talking about, because Republicans
Yeah,
as a
those on
group of people, we're all discussing it. Republicans as the politicians, trust me, they're talking about it. Some of them are speaking out about it loud, but there's an undercurrent right now. And I'm gonna tell you, Mark, I mean, you have to have a high IQ to realize why, if somebody just tried to assassinate the president, and you're nothing but a senator, you don't have Secret Service as a senator. You don't have people around you all day as a senator. So if you're on NBC, ABC, CNN as a senator talking about what you think went down with Trump, they can get your ass real quick.
Yeah, they can get you.
So the best thing for you to do if you're a Republican politician is not to say shit at all until you figure out what the fuck's going on. I mean, you got to have a high IQ in this game. These motherfuckers are trying to blow people's heads off. If you're trying to kill the president of the United States, you were a Republican politician and you saw it go down. You know what's going down. You're not stupid. You hear what's going on. And you're like, how come you ain't on TV talking about it? You know, Republican senator, why ain't you talk? Because motherfucker, I want my head blown off. I don't have Secret Service. Shit. My kids with me all day. They just try to kill Trump in front of like all these people and shit. You think I'm gonna just get on TV and talk about what I really think what happened? No, I'm gonna pretend that I ain't got shit to say about it. I have no comment. No comment. Because you might know something that the powers that be could be like, he know too much. Well, I know he drops his kid off every day at 3:00. That's what I do know. Yeah, so I'm on CNN talking. I think he knows too much. Well, he dropped his kid every day off at 3:00. And you see how the public already think. A lot of the people in the public go, I would kill him. I would kill him. Imagine somebody without Secret Service detail, without snipers all around them all the time. If they can get to that person and you ain't got all that, oh, they getting your ass. Oh, Senator Mark was sitting at the stoplight one day and oh my God, a semi went across the road and smashed his ass head on. Because you sat on CNN saying too much. Oh yeah, Senator such and such, his car just went off the bridge, don't know what happened, brake line was went out, he went right over the bridge, died instantly because he was on CNN talking too much. They can get to you. So when you ask, why ain't Republicans talking about this? These motherfuckers is too smart. You saw what just happened. This shit ain't a game. They saw what happened. They saw somebody's head almost get blown off in the middle of a speech while they run for president of the United States, with snipers all around them, with Secret Service all around them, with local police all around them, and they still almost got them. Yeah, you ain't saying shit on TV. You not. You gonna play it cool. You gonna play it smart. And you gonna let some undercurrent investigations go on, and everybody's trading notes back and forth up under the table. Hey man, what about such and such? What about such? Or what about such? You trade notes all day. You ain't messing with that shit. No Republican media people are talking about it either. Well, maybe you don't watch Republican media. Maybe you don't, but I do. And Fox News is talking about it. Candace Owens is talking about it. They had Alex Jones on Candace Owens talking about it. They had 3 or 4 other Republican news sites talking about it. The Black Conservative, he talks about it. Look at the Black Conservative. These are all Republican media outlet people, very famous Republican outlet media people. Like I said, it comes up in my news feed because I'm Republican. It don't come up in your news feed because you're probably not Republican. So if you're looking at CNN all day, they're going to send you what they think you like. If you like CNN, they're going to send you all that. But if you don't
have
watch
to dig
CNN,
in through it.
Yeah. Because like I said, shit, I get everything. I mean,
I found the Black Conservative on YouTube. And mind you, they're not usually on TV. Most of them are usually not on TV. And
because this is media. We have the internet now.
On YouTube.
Like people rarely listen to the radio. Nobody listens to the radio because everybody's got CDs, MP3s, Spotify, and shit like that. Nobody listens to the radio. And people don't really watch broadcast TV no more. Everybody watch podcasts. They watch, they've got their own fan clubs. People go watch Tucker Carlson. He's not on TV no more. Tucker Carlson gets more views on his podcast than he even got on TV ever. So TV is not broadcast like it used to be. We have the internet now. We got Wi-Fi. I could run a TV station right here from my room because of Wi-Fi. You got microphones, Wi-Fi cameras. You don't need to watch broadcast TV. Broadcast TV is controlled TV. Fox and CNN is owned by BlackRock. There you go. It's broadcast TV. So if BlackRock is people who we think is behind it, why would they broadcast what's possibly they're behind? They're broadcast TV. So when you talk about Republican media is out there, but it's Republican podcasts. It's Republican videos, Republican channels, Republican TikToks. Fox is not the only Republican outlet. We have a lot of outlets that you may not be on. So you've got to get into that outlet, get into it. Which is funny because I told people about, they said when they said the kid was registered Republican. I said, and I've said these on my live streams before. He said, when I said, my mom used to tell me, if you ever want to know what the enemy is doing, get into their huddle. If you want to know what your opponent is doing, get into their huddle. That's the easiest shit to do. So if you want to know what Republicans are doing, get into a Republican huddle. You want to know what Democrats are doing, get into a Democratic huddle. Right. I mean, you can affiliate yourself with any group you want to just to get into their huddle, to pretend that you belong here. But it's where your actions, your intentions, where your loyalty lie.
Like, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Yeah. See, Officer Tatum, definitely Officer Tatum. I watch Officer Tatum all the time. Mine of Jamal, Cash Collie. Yep. I mean, there's a lot of Republican outlets out there. So, I just want people not to have this narrative or this rumor going around believing Republicans don't even talk about it. No, you're not listening to Republicans is what it really boils down to. Because if you were listening to Republicans, a lot of us are talking about it out loud. Mm-hmm. So it's just, you're not hearing it because that's not the arena you're in. So I just don't want that rumor to be on my channel where people going, yeah, Republicans don't even talk about it, Jeff. You the only person I ever heard talking about it. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't even know shit about it. It's like, I was talking about it in real time.
But I still talk about it.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the viewpoint like someone's trying to take out a real one. Like they tried to just like they took out JFK.
Yep. And it's always about somebody who's looking at exposing something that's going on behind the curtains. There's a lot going on behind the curtains that the people who are pulling the strings behind the curtains, that whole COVID hearing, that whole thing with Congress, they were exposing everybody who was behind the curtains and nobody liked it. But they love being in front of the camera during the pandemic. They love being, make sure, listen to us, listen to the science, follow the science. We know what we're talking about. We're bold, we're brave, we in your face, we on your camera, we on your screen. They was loving that shit. When it comes time for the hearings, they ain't nowhere to be found. It's like, wait a minute, I thought you was on camera all day. I thought you was loving it. You was walking around. Fauci had a book coming out and everything. He had a kid's book coming out. He had a lot of shit going on. He was the man back then. But when the curtain started peeling back and they started seeing all the bullshit, motherfucker going to hiding. I don't know what you're talking about. It wasn't me. I don't know. Everybody started telling the truth. I don't know what you're talking about. But you was showing on the podium you was giving news interviews left and right. You was kicking your feet back, wearing your little light blue fucking button downs. Yeah, I'm the smartest scientist in the fucking building. This is something new you guys don't know about, but I know all about it. Yeah, well, tell the Congress about it if you know so much about it. Well, actually, I don't know shit about it. I was lying the whole time. Yeah, okay. I'm like, man. Yeah, and Frank's right. Said there's no Republican mainstream media really anymore. And I believe it. There used to be, but I think, honestly, even COVID killed that. It's like, what happened to Republican mainstream media? Motherfucker got COVID. Just died. It's like it ain't there no more. Because when they tried to talk about what was going on, the powers that be started suing people like Tucker Carlson. The powers that be started suing people like Glenn Beck, like Alex Jones. The powers that be started coming for everybody's money. Every time somebody says something sounds a little funny. Oh, you think it sounds funny? We're taking you to court because you said it sounds funny. I don't have the freedom of speech to say it sounds funny. No, you can't say it sounds funny. You just got to let it sound funny and just follow what we say. So Republican media has learned. They've learned to kind of hang back for a second. It's like, oh, hey, Greg, what's good? Remember when Uber wanted you to do a connect with BMW? Yeah, exactly. I was like, nah, doubt it. So you motherfuckers ain't finding my car. Nope. Jeff, we know where your car is. Even your phone's not on.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Not happening, man. Not happening. So yeah, Mark, man, it's out there. You just gotta be one to find it. Because like I said, this being a predominantly, and I won't say it's a full Republican page, because I mean, I was even married to Democrats before. Even my household wasn't always Republican. I have no problem with people's political views. I have no problem with if somebody says, hey, I want to be a Democrat. I don't give a shit. Knock yourself out. That has nothing to do with me. If you don't mind me being a Republican, why should I mind you being a Democrat? That shit don't bother me. But if we sit down at the table and we discuss some things and you run out of support for your side of the argument, then you have to start saying, well, logically, you're right, Jeff. I mean, logically, Jeff, all that shit you was talking about immigration and it needs to be checked and it's going out of control and this and that, all that shit. You don't sound racist no more, Jeff. Now you sound like you're fucking right. Because I never ran out of support and documentation for it. When I start pulling up clips of Dara saying he prefer immigrants because Americans, they abuse they take advantage of what they got. They got it so good. They don't even know. I'd rather have immigrants here because they work harder. They want it badder. It's a gold card to them. The American dream is a gold card.
Fuck you, Dara.
Americans that are born here, they don't give a fuck about America. They don't care. No, it's not that we don't give a fuck about America. We don't give a fuck about the elites in America. Call it what it is. The elites in America don't care enough about us to even say, hey, we should go clean up all these neighborhoods. Instead, they buying yachts that are bigger than my fucking neighborhood. Why should I care about somebody with a yacht bigger than my neighborhood, but you won't even put a dime into my neighborhood? You taking money out of every wallet in my neighborhood, Amazon, taking every dime out of my neighborhood. You ain't doing shit to these curbs, grass growing in the rocks. You ain't doing none of that. So I'm sitting there going, we care about America. We just don't want to work hard to keep them keeping us on a fucking plantation. We like our own pasture. I like to feed my own horses on their own pasture. I'm tired of being on a fucking plantation, feeding your horses on your pasture because I can't afford a horse or a pasture. I like a little piece of land too. Ain't got to be as big as yours. Just want my own. That's all. And for somebody to want their own, it's American dream, man.
And you got a heart. You got a heart. I know you feel a certain way when you drive by and then you see all these like mom and pops liquor stores, mom and pops grocery stores closing down shop because they can't afford to stay there anymore.
Yep.
All these goddamn potholes in the street when you run them over, like damn. I mean, like this past weekend, this past weekend on Friday, my tire popped.
Yeah, and that's shit happens. Like, you hit a pothole hard enough, it's gonna happen.
And I couldn't help but to think, like, fuck, like all the money that we're sending out to these like corporations or like shipping it over to like overseas bank accounts. Like, think about all that money being placed back into like the community, like fixing potholes, like putting up trees.
Exactly. I mean, building like schools instead of office parks. Because if office parks are the source of greed and schools are the source of knowledge, if knowledge is true power, then we should be building more schools than we're building office parks. These high-rise office parks, that's all about greed. Motherfuckers got $2,000 chairs. But yet in a school, you won't put $2,000 into some desks for a whole 2-3 classrooms of kids. You making them use some old ragged ass desks and shit. But they should go into a kid should go into school feeling that knowledge is so powerful that being around knowledge, you get nice shit. We got nice coffee tables in here. We got nice chairs. We got nice computers. We got being around knowledge should feel like it's worth something. But when you got people going to schools and the schools are dilapidated, you start thinking knowledge ain't shit because this school ain't shit. This school is run down. The nice stuff is what everybody up here got. We don't have nothing nice. School is like regular. I mean, the walls got cracks in it. The water fountain is green from the calcium and shit around the water fountain. That's not, if education is power and knowledge is power. Why is this power, this search for power bringing me to this shitty place every day? Make that place look amazing. Make them walk in and make it like, man, I love going to school. We walk in, it's a cotton candy machine. As soon as we walk in, man, fucking hot dog vendor on the side of the building and shit for lunchtime. Man, I love school. School's amazing. All the books look brand new. The computers all work. It's like, man, all the water fountains look like brand new water fountains that ain't green lime and shit. Make the schools look like that knowledge is working there. Make it look like somebody intelligent and somebody that cared built that fucking place.
Right.
But we don't do that. We wait until we working for some raggedy ass fucking corporation like Uber. You walk in, you got leather chairs, Queen Anne fucking furniture. You got nice tables. You got cubicles that's padded on the side. You make them places look super nice. Like, hey, the harder you work and the better slave you are, this is where you're going to end up in life. This nice ass plantation. Well, what
These
about
motherfuckers at the Uber hub in Hollywood? They have fucking bidets in their fucking toilets. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And then at the airport at LAX, they have like these porta potties that are like flowing over with shit and piss. I'm like, what the fuck is going on over here, man?
Hell, half the time you go to these schools, they schools are like that.
Sometimes these people give you the stink eye for using their own bathroom.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, man, the way this world is going, it's set up to make you think when you're at the bottom, they make you feel like you on the bottom. They don't give you anything to look forward to when you wake up in the day. They say, I tell you what, you want to get out of the hood? You want to get out of the hood? Come work for the plantation. That's how you get out of the hood. You can come over here. You can work 60, 70, 80 hours a week. We can help you, this. No, we're not doing that because you don't work that many hours and you don't live in the hood. How come I can't just, make the hood look a little bit better? Why don't we tear down all the buildings that are already falling down any fucking way? Nobody's ever going to live in them. They're just hazards now. So why don't we just tear them down, knock them down? Well, we ain't got no money. We just sent over $100 billion trillion to fucking Ukraine, and you telling me we can't knock this ragged ass house down on my corner? It's like you ain't even got, all you got to do is call a bulldozer and a dump truck, and you can knock this house down. We ain't got no money. But you just sent all this money to Ukraine. The shit's not making no sense to me. You can't fix this neighborhood, but you can send all this money to places over there, and they're constantly destroying and blowing up neighborhoods, fucking up neighborhoods. You can send all of our money over there, but you can't fix an American neighborhood over here that's right down the street from you. Just 2 houses we need knocked down. Just 2. That's it. No more than 2. We ain't got money for that. I find that hard to believe. I just do. I just find it hard to believe. And can't nobody sit and tell me, well, we have money to fix the rest of the planet. But American people that are working here in this country, our tax dollars are going to fix the rest of the planet, not our own houses. Like, we're taking care of everything outside of our neighborhood, and we got to keep coming back to a same shitty neighborhood every day. At some point, you're going to get tired of that. You get tired of that lifestyle. And you're like, man, it's so nice new, and it's looking like this, and everything's amazing. It's all gold. It's all brick. It's all new stone and marble and shit. Why is that? Because we put all of our money into that. In the meantime, the Americans are waking up every day, cruising over potholes, grass growing off through the curb, trees all crooked and shit. Should have been cut down a long time ago because ivy grew up half of it, and just, man, it's fucked up. So somebody's got to do something about that. Somebody got to be accountable for that. Where's all this money going, and why can't it be used to fix the source of where it's coming from? Right. Can you talk about sending money to Israel too, or you're not allowed to criticize that country? Honestly, real talk, I'm gonna tell you for real. I don't know shit about Israel, Palestine. I really don't. It's never been on my radar. I don't know shit about Zimbabwe. I don't know shit about Israel. I don't know shit about Palestine. I don't know nothing about Uruguay, Paraguay. Those are countries I've never really given a shit about. And it's not that I don't care about those people, just not been high on my radar. I know more about America than I know about any country. I don't know shit about, Zimbabwe, like Madagascar. All I know is the cartoon is a lot of animals on Madagascar. That's it. It's a lot of countries I don't know about. What's important to a lot of people, like a lot of people love Israel. A lot of people love Palestine. I will be the first one to tell you I do not know shit about each one of them. Either one, I don't know. I know what the star of the Israel flag looks like. I know Hamas lives on one side. I know what the Gaza Strip is because they try to funnel that shit to me all the time. But when they keep trying to feed me that shit, I'm not interested in Israel. I'm not interested in Palestine. Never been. And you're not going to make me be. I never grew up knowing who those fucking people were. Never. I've never met nobody who said, hey, man, you should want to come to Israel. You should want to come to Palestine. I've never met nobody saying that shit. So it's like, okay, that's cool. It's just read the Bible, Crow. It was already written. And I'm just, like I said, I'm not even a mean person, but there's a lot of countries I don't know shit about because I've never really gave too much thought to it. And I know the media and people want to really make it important and they really want to do something crazy about it. But I know there's people in America. There's American people in America, Americans in America that know more about Israel than they know about certain cities in America. It's because of what they follow their narrative to. If I tell you about Saginaw, up in Michigan, Saginaw. Who knows about Saginaw? Who knows about Sag Nasty? Who knows Saginaw? A lot of people don't know Saginaw, but I bet they know about Israel. But you live in America, and Saginaw is in the city here in America. So why don't you know shit about Saginaw here in America, but you know everything about Israel and Palestine? Because you've been fed that shit. Learn about Saginaw. Learn about Far Rockaway, New York. Learn about places like that, Syracuse. Learn about, Bethune-Cookman College. Bethune-Cookman College is here in America. Don't nobody know who the fuck that is. But you so worried about Israel and Palestine. I don't know shit about Israel and Palestine. I've never thought about it. But they keep trying to feed us that shit like they want us to eat it. And I'm like, I don't got nothing to do with them places, man. And there's no disrespect to them. But you ask anybody in Israel, hey, you ever heard of Saginaw? They be like, Saginaw who? The motherfucker, you ever heard of Bethune-Cookman?
Saginaw what?
Yeah, exactly. Saginaw what? Saginaw who? Saginaw why? Motherfuckers like
Saginaw shit.
And we exactly. And we don't knock them for that. We don't knock them for that because they don't know shit about America. We don't knock them. But Americans will knock other Americans for not knowing shit about what the news. You don't know about Israel? I'm like, no. You know about Palestine? Couldn't tell you. I just started finding out shit about a lot of it this year. And that was because of the news and the media and shit like that. So people want to know, what's your opinion about it? My opinion is I don't know shit about them. I just started hearing about them this year.
Yeah,
I just started researching.
Kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
we're all talking about like stuff worlds away when there are like other shit, like other bigger shit going on over here.
Yeah,
and we can't even take care of it over here.
Yeah, and I was like, you know, even during COVID, I was researching coronavirus. I was researching mRNA technology. I was researching a lot of things that was put into our face, shit that I had never heard of in my life. I started researching because it was put in my face, but I was interested in that because it was affecting my life. I had to research coronavirus, knowing when was the first coronavirus, how many of them out there is it? You know, mRNA, what is it? Is it technology? What is graphene oxide? I had to learn about all of this shit because it was really affecting my everyday life. How does Israel and Palestine affect my everyday life? Like when I go to the store, like is what's going on in Israel and Palestine? Am I not going to be able to buy fucking bacon? Am I not going to be able to buy this fucking, you know, cotton candy? How is it going to affect me? It probably won't. So I don't really get into a lot of people's bullshit around the world. I'm one of them. I'll stay out of your business. If you ain't fuck with me, I ain't fuck with you. But people want to, hey, you should be involved with Israel, Jeff. You should be involved with Palestine, Jeff. I'm like, I got to go to Walmart. My fucking battery's dead. That's what I'm thinking about. So if I can't get into Walmart because I'm wearing a mask or not wearing a mask, I'm gonna have a fucking problem. Why can't I wear a mask? Because of COVID? What the fuck is COVID? So I look it up. Hey, what the fuck? mRNA technology. Oh, now I'm gonna look it up because it's affecting my everyday life now. If it ain't affecting me, I don't add that shit to my plate. Israel and Palestine has never affected me. I don't add that shit to my plate. I ain't got nothing to do with it. People say, well, what about Ukraine? Oh, Ukraine affected us because Ukraine is why Trump got impeached. He said, I'm not dealing with that fucking place. And because he said, I'm not dealing with that fucking place, they said, well, we're going to impeach you. You know, I was like, why would they impeach him for not dealing with that place? Then you find out there's bio labs over there. There's weapons over there. Then you find out that there's a lot of business deals and paperwork going on over there that American politicians are tied into. Now you start seeing what it's all about. It's like, oh, no wonder they was going to impeach this dude because he didn't want to play the game with them people. Now, but I didn't know that shit at first. When you said before Trump got impeached, if you said Ukraine, I wouldn't know shit about it. Ukraine, what's that? Is that like something that lifts some shit up in the air? No, that's a regular crane. I'm talking about Ukraine, motherfucker. It's like U-Haul, Ukraine. Fuck that shit. It's like, I just got to be one of them. So I learn about things as it happens in real time. If I'm interested in it, I'll research it. If I'm not, I don't even bother with it. And I've really not even been interested in Israel. I've really not been interested in Palestine, Hamas, none of those motherfuckers. I've really not. And it's no knock to them. I mean, they're humans on this planet. They doing whatever they got to do what they got to do. But guess what? You can ask those motherfuckers about me. They have no idea who I am. They don't know that I drive Uber. They don't know I drive Lyft. And that shit it don't affect their world. And I don't be mad at them because they don't know shit about me. It's like I'm just not that important enough right now. They got other shit they got to worry about. They don't have to worry about me. I'm cool. And if America was more like that, worry about America, worry about what we got to worry about, then we wouldn't be forcing people so much to worry about the shit outside of this country. We be worrying about securing this country, protecting this country, doing what we can do for this country. I'm one of those people. I was like, I don't know shit about them. I don't. Yeah. It's okay. It says, you missed my point. I asked a question that because you were talking against sending money to Ukraine, but not against sending money to the U.S., I wonder why the second doesn't matter to you, to Israel. I just told you, Corey, I said, because I don't know shit about Israel. It's like, that's like if let's say I told my sister happy birthday, but you hit me and said, Jeff, you didn't tell my sister happy birthday. I didn't even know you had a fucking sister. It's like, it's not important to me. If I grew up with your sister and hung out with your sister, then I tell your sister happy birthday. But I told my sister happy birthday because I fuck with my sister. I don't know your sister. I don't know shit about you or your sister. So you can't just go around every day saying, Jeff, why ain't you saying happy birthday to all these fucking people, Jeff? Because I don't know all these fucking people. Jeff, why ain't you saying we ain't sending money to Israel? Because I just told you I don't know shit about Israel. I don't know nothing about the money.
Jeff, it's my mom's birthday. Why didn't you say happy birthday to her?
Exactly. It's like people are asking me how do I feel about shit that I don't even know about. It's like, Jeff, how do you feel about squash versus kumquats? Motherfucker, I don't know. I know they exist. That's about it. But if you ask me, what's the difference? Do you prefer squash or do you prefer kumquats? I don't fucking know. I haven't researched to that level. So yeah, I know more about Ukraine than I know about Israel and Palestine because of some shit Trump went through when Trump was president years and years ago. But if you ask me before Trump went through that shit with Ukraine, if you would have asked me, Jeff, what do you think about Ukraine? I would have said, what about it? Because I had never heard of it. If you would have asked, I had no idea about Ukraine and the border, United Nations, NATO. I had no idea about all that shit. No idea whatsoever before that shit went down with Trump. You could ask me that in high school. I would have said, I don't know. You could ask me in college. I don't know. The whole time I worked through corporate, Jeff, what about Ukraine? I would have said, I don't know, because I had never heard of the fucking place. It didn't matter to me. I was living my life. So you ask me now, Jeff, what do you think about Israel? I'm like, I don't know. I don't fuck with Israel like that. I don't know. You can't even tell me a city in Israel or a city in Palestine. I think, yeah. I don't even know a city there. If you ask me, Jeff, well, Jerusalem is a city, but I don't know which one is in. It's one or the other. And I think Tel Aviv's another one. Tel Aviv's is where they was trying to have United Nations or something weird like that. I remember that story a long time ago. Tel Aviv was supposed to be the United Nations, something crazy. But other than that, I don't really know. I don't really research those places. There's a lot of countries on this planet I don't know about. Like I said, Paraguay versus Uruguay. If I ask you, what do you think about what's going on in Uruguay right now? What do you think was going on? And you be like, what's going on? I'd be like, I don't know. I was hoping you knew something was going on because I don't know shit about the place. I really don't. I just asked, what do you think was going on in Uruguay? Well, I don't know. Me neither. Because I just made it up just now. I don't know if something's going on in Uruguay or not. Because I don't research that shit to that degree. If something could really be going on over there. Really, it could. It could be some huge deal going on in Uruguay right now, and I wouldn't even fucking know it. And it's a whole country, and I wouldn't even know.
What's going on in the Caucasus?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it's like, what's going on over there? I couldn't tell you. Yes, I mean, you could ask me anything. If you could say, hey, Jeff, what do you think about Saudi Arabia, this and that? I couldn't even tell. I think Dubai is in Saudi Arabia. That's the only place I know in Saudi Arabia is Dubai. But you ask me about America, I could tell you a shitload of cities in America. Shitload, because this is where I live. I don't know. I'm just not that worried about other shit. I just never really worried about it. And maybe people think that I should be worried about it because to them it's important. To me, it's not. And it's like, I mean, I think people own snakes and reptiles and stuff like that. People have always owned reptiles. To them, it's very important. They can tell you everything under the sun about reptiles. So many different reptiles. So many reptiles live all around me. I guarantee they do. But if you say, hey, Jeff, what kind of lizard is that? I wouldn't fucking know. It's been here for probably, 100 years, but I wouldn't know because it's not that important to me. It's just something I just don't look at. So like I said, there's no knock to Israel, no knock to Palestine, but those places have just not been high on my list. Paraguay, Uruguay, not really high on my list. But you can name other places all over this world. You can ask me, Jeff, tell me one thing about Bangladesh. I'm like, I think it's a funny name because I've heard it before. But if you ask me about the city of Bangladesh and stuff like, I have no idea. I think it's in India. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I think it's in India. I mean, it could be anywhere. It could be in Turkey. It could be wherever.
Jeff, I'm Ubering in Ecuador. I have a passenger who wants a shout out in the stream. Where the fuck is Ecuador at?
Where the fuck is Ecuador at? I don't know it. So people can ask me whatever they want to ask me. What do I feel about this? I'm like, I don't feel any kind of way. I just don't. I mean, if you hear me talking about it, speaking about it, it must means I'm versed in it. But I'm never going to have an opinion about some shit that I don't know nothing about. Because how stupid would I sound talking about Israel and Palestine when I don't know shit about either one? I sound stupid over here. Yeah, because people be like, Jeff, that's not true because of this and this and this and this and this. And I'm like, well, somebody asked me about it. So I just started making up shit so I could sound smart because I heard other people talking about it one day. It's like, Jeff, you're a fucking idiot. You don't know shit about Palestine? Nope. You don't know shit about? Nope. Well, you don't listen about it? Nope. I got 4 dogs now. I had 3. I got 4. I got all these cars I'm working on all the fucking time. Motorcycles I'm building and shit. Jeeps I'm building. And you ask me about some shit halfway around the world that I don't know nothing about. I can make up some shit and try to sound smart. But people gonna say, this dude is stupid as a motherfucker. And we have enough people out there that do that.
Taking up my time.
Yeah, exactly. Seeker. That's what I call when the dog come up, go, Seeker. The dog come running up fast as hell. Yeah, and seeing just like BlackRock and Vanguard. I just found out about BlackRock and Vanguard during the COVID era. But you can't tell me that those companies were created during COVID. They weren't. They've been here way before that. But I didn't start finding out about them until the COVID because something forced me to research what was going on. But if you walked up to anybody who was in that arena of finance or whatever, they would be like, hey, Jeff, this is fair enough, Jeff. Good answer. Yeah, Zoro. But I mean, Cora. And it's like, if somebody said, Jeff, you've never heard of BlackRock or Vanguard, I'll be like, no. They'd be like, dude, the two biggest money managers on planet fucking Earth, and you never heard about them, and you're an accountant. I never had a reason to know about them until 2020 hit. When 2020 hit, now I was born in 1973. I didn't hear about BlackRock and Vanguard until 2020. That's a long ass fucking time. But you can't tell me that BlackRock and Vanguard came out in 2020. I heard about it and I started researching it heavily. I was always in my laptop, always going through files, always going. That's when I found out who they were and what they were doing and all their plans and everything. Before that, I didn't know because I had no reason to know. Nobody had ever, we never had a reason to know. And it's the same with countries. If I don't have to know about it, there's no reason for me to look it up or fuck with it. I mean, BlackRock and Vanguard are much, much more powerful, I believe, than Israel and Palestine. But I still didn't know about them. I had no idea who the fuck they were. People say, you don't, no idea, man. I know who Bank of America is and Wells Fargo because I pass them every day. Now, if there was a big ass building that says BlackRock on it, then I would say, hey, that's the building right there that owns all of this shit. Then I would know. It's not my everyday life, so I don't deal with it. It's like, man, what up, Joker, man? So Ecuador is on the equator. Madagascar is too. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Corey, but that's real, man. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot about a lot of things, really. Because the universe, like I said, I'm a science fiction junkie. So I do a lot of sci-fi research. I watch a lot of sci-fi movies and stuff like that. So things that are going on right now, like in real time, if it's in mainstream media, it's kind of like listen to the radio. When people ask me, hey, have you heard of this rapper? And I say, no, I haven't. Man, it's like one of the biggest rappers out there. Like this one girl called Sweet Tea or something like that. Spice Ice, that's her name, Spice Ice. Her name is Spice Ice, and she is like a big star now. I have no idea what song she's ever sang. I know what she looks like because I've seen her pictures, but I've never heard one of her songs. Yeah, but everybody knows her. Everybody knows her song. Same thing with the Sexy Red girl. She's supposed to be like a big star. Everybody knows all that. I don't know these people because if it ain't got nothing to do with me, why am I messing with these people? I'm still riding around listening to James Brown shit in my car. I listen to Earth, Wind, and Fire. I was listening to Simply Red the other day, holding back the tears. I'm driving, listening to that shit. Fleetwood Mac. I listen to old school shit. So it's like, but Ice Spice. You ask me about stuff like that. I don't know who that is. I'm like, I know what she looks like because I see pictures of her when I'm scrolling through my news feed. But I was like, oh man, Ice Spice. Let me see what she up to. What's her new single? I couldn't fucking tell you. It's like, but kids can. Kids be like, oh, she got a new song out called Spice Rack. Yeah. And it's talking about food and spice rack and putting, meat rub on your meat and stuff. It's Ice Spice. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I don't know. Yeah, man. And her dad's name is Old Spice. She's Ice Spice. Her dad is Old Spice. All right, bet. I guess they rappers. Her cousin Ice T. Cool. Vanilla Ice is her boy. Okay, cool. I don't know these people.
Vanilla Ice is her uncle.
Exactly. Vanilla Ice is her uncle. Cool. I don't know. Just Ice. No. Vanguard's an investment and retirement company. Yeah. See, now Vanguard is an investment and retirement company. And so this is why I had to learn about COVID. So if Vanguard is a retirement-based company, that means the more people that are living to get to the point of retirement, the more money they got to come up with. And they spending that money, they fucking it off, and they doing crazy shit. So if you have a retirement company and you got a whole bunch of people retiring and you don't have the money, you better hope COVID hits. Wipe their ass out because I ain't got the money. Hey, we got to do something. I ain't got the money. What happened to the money? We spent it. We spent it all. Like, shoot. So let me put it this way. BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street own each other and own all the companies that impact our daily lives every day. It's a monopoly. Oh, I believe that. But it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a duopoly. Like just like Lyft, Uber, Verizon, AT&T. It's all a duopoly.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Ratchet Lee says, when I don't know something, I just say, awesome, good to know. So you good? Absolutely. Next we need to make a shirt just saying awesome, good to know. That's it. So did you know that? Yeah, it's
get
awesome.
Your money,
good to know. Get your money. Yeah, that's what it is. Getyourmoney.com. Man. Yeah, but what time is 6:00? Hey, anybody out there driving tonight for the WNBA? If you're in Phoenix, are y'all driving for the WNBA tonight? because I'm about to fucking eat something, jump in the pool to cool off, and then I gotta get ready to drive tonight, man. Gotta do something.
There you go.
Shoot.
Looking forward to my second life here.
Man, but hey,
Life
y'all,
after
all the
Uber.
airports are shut down. All the airports are shut down. All you got to do is go to places like bus stations, anywhere close to the airport, and just ask people, hey, man, you guys need a ride? Here's my card, blah, blah, blah. And somebody there goes like, oh, you a driver? Bro, we looking for a ride out of here, man. These prices are crazy. Can you take me to? And that's it. Be like, all right, bet. Here's where you going? Oh, man, we're just going to go over to Santa Ana, cruise into Santa Ana, and we plan to make a whole hellified amount of money. Hell yeah.
Smoking on some Havanas. Well,
hell yeah, hell
I gotta
yeah.
go to EV jail. As you look over here, it says low.
What?
So EV jail is about where I'm gonna go right before I start my night. Start my first night. Life after Uber, chapter 1.
I'm telling you.
And
what
hopefully,
you
like I
do,
can get like some sort of legal action.
yeah, man, I think you'll get something going, brother. Like I said, I think you got enough evidence for that. They're screwing with you and everything else like that. And screenshot your post. I would go screenshot your post that you made on there so they know it probably has something to do with the fact that you're willing to stand up and speak up about something that they're doing. And it's like the judge would be like, oh, so that's why y'all deactivated him, because he actually spoke up. And now y'all got an issue with him because he spoke up about something you guys are doing. Okay. It was like, because I know that's why they mess with me, because I speak up all the time about them, but I don't give a shit. This city has way more money than Uber can pay me. This city's got way more money than Uber can pay me, and I'd rather just work with the city. I don't really work with Uber that much. Like I said, I ain't drove for them in 6-7 weeks now. And I've been making just pretty good money just working with the city. Uber is a rip. Hopefully we can get more word out there about Uber, especially with what's going on with them and supporting domestic terrorism. Get the word out there, and everybody just keep making their money, man. Keep making their money. Yeah. Oh, Vanguard campus is now on higher Americans.
Jeff.
Shit.
Hopefully,
all right, my brother.
Hey, hopefully we'll meet up again. Hopefully we'll meet up in at your end of town in Arizona. I really wanted to go like on my birthday last week, but I got hit up with like all these rides from the military. The military is actually docking port in San Diego, and it sucks because I'm missing out on that. And then next week is like Comic-Con, so like yeah, like it's kind of hitting me like how I'm gonna be missing out on all of that, but we'll see.
You ain't. This is how you get to Comic-Con, man. This is how you do Comic-Con. Have like some kind of cool hat, like a Luigi, or put that Yu-Gi-Oh. Get like go to a costume shop, get Yu-Gi-Oh hair, that big yellow flame hair or whatever. Get that, put that on, and walk around and give you a card. I'll say, I'm a Comic-Con driver. This is what I do. Here's my card. If you guys, and they'll look at you as fun. You're a part of the thing. Yeah, let's not call Uber. Let's just use him. This dude's cool as shit. He got the Yu-Gi-Oh hair, this and that. Man, make money, shit, man. Like I said, we got to stop relying on these apps to do our marketing for us. Stop relying on the apps to be our saving grace. We are our own saving grace. So if you're willing to get out there and put yourself on front, like the way I've seen Jamil work has inspired me to work so much. Jamil has no fear. We parked out by valet, 2 big ass black trucks. This motherfucker, he will snug his hat up, walk up, start talking to people just like he's a business. He talk like he owns the damn resort. When he walks up, you think this motherfucker's like the GM of the resort and shit. He just starts talking to people like, hey, how you guys doing? This and that. Start chatting with him. So you guys giving them cards and all this. Next you know, he's like waving me down. Hey, Jeff. Hey, she right here. They need to get to the airport. Are you? Because I got a ride that this lady, I'm going to take her. Can you? I'm like, cool. He drums up rides like nobody's business.
Fucking savage right there.
Yeah, he walks up like he owns the fucking place. You don't know he's not the GM. He walks in the front door, Arizona Grant, walks in. He's already, his steps are not hesitant at all. He walks confidently. When he sees people, he's walking at them. He's not like stopping and turns like, should I go talk to him? What should I say? No, he ain't like that. Jamil walks in, I'm going to go over here and talk to these people real quick. He's already made a beeline for him. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go over this way. I go this way, curve around, and I'm just like him now. I say, hey, how you guys doing? Or if you guys looking for transportation to the airport or anything like that, it's well, now we're just sitting here having a drink. Okay, cool. Well, here's my card. If you guys looking, and we always get rides out of Arizona Grand because we get our cards out there so much. Walk in like you own the place and just be confident with it. And that's one thing I've learned from him. The most people can say is no, thank you. And when you speak to them, like, assertively, they come back real nice at you. Say, hey, are you guys okay? You guys need a ride? So you guys got luggage? No, we're fine. Thank you so much. We already got a ride. We're fine. But hey, but I'll take your card anyway. Cool. Here's my card. They're like that. But if you come in and you kind of feel like you kind of off a little bit, like, you guys are okay. They're kind of tentative too. They're like, okay, why are you talking all weird to me, motherfucker?
Right.
Like, come in, like, hey, how you doing? So you know what? I'm actually a driver. I'm in between rides. So you guys looking to go? Here's my card, and make sure they know you have a point of contact. Here's my card. Here's this. And they go, okay. They take the card. Oh, cool. So hey, do you actually do rides like the concerts and stuff like that? Because they charge a lot. Yeah, I do concert. We're going to the concert later tonight. Can you pick us up? Shoot me a text. Because that's how I got the author who I showed her stuff earlier. I talked to her. I was like, hey, so you guys are in town? Yeah, we're here just for an event. I said, well, I can always come back and pick you up. Here's my card. If you guys need a ride, this and that, you guys at the hotel. And she was at Arizona Grand. And I just, you got to be very assertive, be very confident. And hey, this is what I do. I could do it for you too. It's not like, do you want to use a private driver one day, you think? Like, you don't want to be like that. Be like, hey, you guys need me for a private ride. Here's my card. You guys are going to need me later. Trust me on this one. Make sure you shoot me a text. I'll save you money. I'm on time, clean car. You guys know what I roll like. And they're right on there. And it's like, when you're assertive and you're confident, and you're not like one of these motherfucking pigeons out there. I don't have no commercial insurance, so I'm kind of worried. I know you got to go like 4 miles. I'm kind of nervous. It's like, fuck these pigeons. If they nervous about not, you don't have commercial insurance, I might wreck my car on the way. I'm not riding with you. It's like, shoot. That's right, Joker, man. That's it, brothers. The mouthpiece is your greatest gift to the universe. You are sales and marketing for your own independent business. You are sales and marketing. Uber and Lyft are not sales and marketing for each one of us. Uber and Lyft are slave owners. They run a plantation. They tell people, hey, we're going to give you an $80 ride. Okay, then they send you a $30 driver. It's like, what kind of shit is this? I'm like, this is not what we agreed on. We said 75%. Yeah, well, we're going to take our fees off top. Then we're going to take more fees off. Like, we didn't agree to that. So you've got to come out and sell. Yeah. So shoot, man. Yeah, I know you got to get going to EV jail.
Yes, sir. Thank you for giving me your time. 300 fam. It's been
no wonderful. Problem, brother. Shoot, we've been online for 3 hours. I only want to get on everyone. Yeah, brother. Yeah. All right, nice boys. When you be easy out there, brother.
All right. Take care, you guys. Love y'all.
Yeah. That's my man. Nice boys win, y'all. Yeah. We got to wish him some luck out there. You know what I'm saying? He's not on Uber right now. We got to keep him up. Let him know it's not the end of the world. I got Uber on my phone. I got it. I don't even use it. Like I said, it's been sitting there 6 or 7 weeks on my phone. I'm not lying. When I say I don't drive Uber, y'all got to understand. I don't lie. I have no, because any way I can prove is, dude, I just saw your fucking payout on Uber. You made $900. Like, no, I don't drive Uber at all. And like I said, it's on my phone. But as you can see, weekly summary, bing, 0. You go back last week up to July the 15th, bing, 0. Go back last week up to July the 8th, bing, 0. You go back up to July the 1st, bing, 0. You go back June the 24th week ending, bing, 0. You go back June the 17th ending, bing, 0. You go back June the 10th ending, $12.97. So June the 10th, June the 10th was the last time I drove. And it's now July the 19th. So June the 10th was June the 9th. No, actually, the 9th was an adjustment. That was an adjustment for 41 cents. The last time I drove on Uber was Wednesday, June the 5th. So Wednesday, June the 5th was the last time I drove on Uber. And I did one ride for $7.56 with a $5 tip. That was the last time I drove on Uber, was Wednesday, June the 5th. It's on my phone. So he's in the same boat I'm in. We don't drive Uber. He just got to know how to go out there and get them clients, man. Get out there. Yeah, I don't fuck with Uber, man. Like I said, when I say I don't drive for the plantation, I'm real about that shit. I don't lie. You got people out there, oh man, I'm gonna make some money, bro. Last time I drove was on the 5th. It was a $7.56 trip with a $5 tip. $12.56. $12.56. You don't think that I can make at least $12.56 on my own without that app? I be making $80 rides, $60 rides, $120 rides, $100 rides, $90 rides, $80 rides. I do all that shit on my own. They're going to give me $12.56 if I wait on them. I don't fucking wait on them no more. You got to go to business parks. You got to go to apartment complexes. You got to create flyers. You got to create, hey, email. Like I just showed y'all this morning, I put on my Facebook. I advertise on Facebook. If somebody needs a ride and they are truly your friend and truly want to see you succeed and truly want to see you successful, they're not going to call Uber and Lyft. They're going to try you first. Hey, Jeff, man, just want to know, I know you do this for a living, man. Before we set it up with Uber and Lyft, can you pick us up Friday, man? Like my man Orlando, he'd hit me up like that. My homegirl Karen, she hit me up like that. These are true people in my life, true friends that don't want to see me fail. If somebody likes you, they going to see you win. If people like you, they want to see you win in some capacity if they like you. If people are just watching you fail, they don't fucking like you because they watching for you to fail. People who like you want to see you win. So they're going to say, I know what Jeff is doing. He's driving. I want to see this dude win. He's in a big fight right now with Uber and Lyft. He's in a fight. I want to see him win. Jeff, we're going to a show Wednesday. Instead of us paying Uber $42, knowing the driver's going to get 19, how about I just slide you $40? $40 and you take me and my wife over to go grab some dinner. Cool, will do. Hey, Jeff, man, I usually go to work every day, and I'll pay $22 each way to go to work. $44. Then I got to tip this dude every time, $5, $10. So I'm paying $54, $60 a day to get to and from work. This is how much would you charge me? Because they want to see you win. If you got people in your circle around you using Uber every day, using Lyft every day, and they know what you're doing every day, and they want to see you win, they should be calling you. Because if they ain't calling you, these ain't your real fucking people. They really not. Because anybody who knows me, anytime I know you, if you do something for a living, I'm calling you first. Just because I know you do it for a living. Why would I call corporate America, who I know supports domestic terrorism, for one thing, for two, don't pay their drivers well? Why would I call them? What am I proving? All I'm proving to the universe around me is that I don't give a fuck about the people I got around me. I'd rather just dance around them. I'm going to be quick to pick my phone up. Hey, man, dude, I got to go to the airport Wednesday. You're a driver, right? Yeah, if you can't take me, you know anybody that can. Yeah, man, actually, man, my homeboy, he's going to the airport. That way, he'll pick you up. Let me get this number to you. Cool, appreciate that, man. Because when people like you, they want to see you win. So everybody's sitting around trying to watch you fail and seeing you go down this and that. They don't fucking like you. Them ain't your people for real. They not. Don't even think so because, oh, man, hope you have a great day. No, you don't. That's rhetoric. Hoping I have a great day is rhetoric. You know I can have a better day if you got your ass up out of that Lyft and you called me. You know I can have a better day. Don't give me that hope you have a great day shit. It's like so many people out there that I know that have said, I'd rather use Jeff. It's not about the price. It's about the point. The whole principle of the fact that I know somebody is willing to stand up for what he believes is right. I know somebody who's helping others stand up for what they believe is right against corporations who are taking us down, saying what they want to say about us. And yet we got one person who's saying, I believe I could win and I don't have to stay on the plantation to do it. I believe I can walk off this plantation and be okay. I did it in corporate America in 2012. I walked off the plantation in 2012 and I said, I hope I do well. I started a mechanic business. A lot of people wanted to see me win. A lot of good friends around me. A lot of good people around me says, you know what? To this day, so many people can say, you were my mechanic. I used you for a repair. You fixed a car for me one time. I remember you did this for me, Jeff. So many people out there will tell you he was my mechanic. I remember him. He helped me out. He was doing something in his life. He decided to go on a venture out and do something. He helped me. He was my mechanic. Those are the people who will say, I wanted to see Jeff win so bad, I hired him to fix my cars. I was not watching him fail. They know I drive now. I'm a driver now. I still work on cars from time to time for people, but I'm a driver now. And when people need logistics in my city and they know this is what I do, and they still say, I ain't fucking worried about Jeff. Fuck him. I'm whatever. Them ain't your real people. They not. So I'm not ever, when I sit out here see people on TikTok and all these things talking about some, oh yeah, I took a Lyft yesterday. I took an Uber yesterday. The first thing I think about is you ain't got no friends. I took Lyft one time or Uber once. I took Uber once in my whole life. That was going from the airport from my Alex and Erica's house in Vegas. It was early in the morning. I went to the airport from Alex and Eric early as early. And I got taken all the way to McCarran Airport when it was still called McCarran, when it wasn't all jacked up like it is now. That was the only time I have ever used Uber, never used Lyft. But I've been driving them. I've been taking people on their apps forever. I've only actually used them as a customer one time in my entire life. How else have I gotten around whenever something happened to me? Because I hang around winning people. I don't have to rely on Uber and Lyft. I've always hung out with winners. I have vetted my circle pretty fucking well. When I need a ride, I call friends. I don't call an app. I call friends. Hey, man, here's $25. Take you and your kids out to see a movie tonight. It's my consideration for you. Can't pay them for a ride. They don't got commercial insurance. These are my friends. I don't give a fuck. Hey, man, here's $50. Take your kids to the circus, man. It's a big-ass fair going on down the street. Here's $50. That was a long-ass ride. Here's $50. Take them to that carnival. We'll get them some cotton candy and shit. Go have fun tonight, man. Appreciate it. You ain't got to pay me, Jeff. I ain't got to pay you, but it's just the principle behind it. I want you and your kids to have a good night tonight. I want to see you win as a dad. I want to see you win as a mom. I'm making sure that fucking happens. A lot of people out there don't want to see you win. Check your circle. Check them. Because anybody who's ever called me, my homegirl Laura, she called me, got her to and from the airport. That's what I do. When people say, hey, Jeff, I need to get to the airport tomorrow. There is no, I can't do it. Call Uber, call Lyft. If my car's on blocks, I got another car. If that car have a dead battery, I got another car. I'll get you to the airport. Don't worry about it. I got enough cars here to get you to the airport. You just tell me what time I got to be there. I'll be there. And I'm just one of those people, man. One of those people. So Derek said, we can still spread Jeff's energy here around. I'm in LA and San Diego applying what I've learned from Jeff in every ride I get. Jeff is here in spirit. That's funny, brother. I appreciate that. So Jeff is here in spirit. Hey, Derek, man, appreciate that, brother. Wish you were here in California, Jeff. Hey, my last name is Watts, so I'm always connected to Cali. I'm connected through Watts. So let's clone Jeff. Cloning. You clone me, you're going to have a house full of dogs. I'm telling you, be driving around like, oh, man, look at that little dog on the curb over there. It's like, no, don't do it. I remember one night I was driving way up north up 7th Street, and I think I was talking on the video. I did a video on YouTube, and I was kind of doing my ride along, and I saw a dog. I was like, oh shit, I just think I saw a dog, and I said it on a video, and I turned around on the video, and I'm talking to people saying, I'm gonna go back and see what this little dog is doing, because this is a dog out here in the middle of nowhere. I was talking about it on my ride along as I'm looking for this damn dog I saw running through the streets in the middle of the night, and it was a busy ass. It was Cave Creek Road. And it was a dog about the same size as this little one shot across the street. And I was like, what the hell? A dog just out of nowhere. That's crazy. And I tried to find it because I was going to try to help out, because I was going to, if it had a tag on it, I could have said, hey, call somebody. Hey, Jeff, I'm right here in the middle of the street with your dog. I'm on Cave Creek Road. Your dog probably got out of the house. But if it didn't have a tag on it, that's when I'd have to say, I got to figure this shit out. That's me, man. Always dealing with these damn dogs all the time. Jeff, you got to make sure they have commercial insurance before you eat that corn dog. Exactly. You got commercial insurance, because if this corn dog got food poisoning in it, it's like, no, man. See, I know what you mean, Frank. That shower keeps calling, but I can't take Jeff to the shower with me. I know it. You be like trying to scream into the phone, trying to do type talk. Yeah, just think. It's like, it's not tight. Hit the phone with your wet hand, phone shorts out. Be like, oh shit, I just shorted my phone out. Screwing around trying to listen to a live stream in the shower. But anyways, it's 3.5 hours. I'm gonna get out of here, man. We had a good time today. We had a really good talk, and I'm glad you guys sat through this live stream, because I showed you a few things on the back end, especially about the tax credit. I kind of showed you the back end. These guys are really, really working on it. So I don't want people to think, oh, I apply, but I don't see nothing. They're showing it, because when I tell them, man, people are saying they're applying, but nothing's going on. They'll say, okay, let me send you something. And I'm like, holy shit. So you guys, yeah, we're working on it, man. We're getting things together. Everybody who's applying for it, we're getting all the paperwork in line. We're getting this. We'll start sending money out. Cool. That's what I need to know, because I need to let people know something. Excuse me. Now, I can make a video of it or just show it on the live stream, because I learned how to share screens now. So I'll probably cut that out and make a video of that. It's like Jeff the Dog Whisperer. Where we got packs of dogs out here in Southeast Dallas. They mean too. Man, dogs are crazy. I remember one time I was in St. Louis. I was South St. Louis, South Side, and I was working on a Montero Sport. So I'm South Side St. Louis working on a big ass Montero Sport, doing a fuel pump. So I had to take the whole tank had to come down. So I'm doing a fuel pump. I'm under this car working with the straps. I'm working with the straps on this big ass Montero Sport, trying to get the straps down so I can start lowering the tank down. I'm in an alleyway because in Southside St. Louis, the cars park on the back alleyway. So I'm in the alleyway. Why the fuck a big ass fucking pit bull come running down the alleyway, full sprint? I'm laying under the car like this, and I see this big ass pit bull full sprint all the way because he sees me laying on the ground. Big ass pit bull came flying up. The dude came running out the house. He's calling him like, Bruno, don't know what his name is. Bruno, get back here, get back, Bruno. And this dog is like hightailing it. I'm laying up under there, and I'm like, this dog better not fucking bite me. I swear to God, this dog, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed if this dog bite me because I ain't never been bit by a dog. Came flying down. Man, he climbed up under that fucking car. He bear crawled all the way up to me, started licking me all in the fucking face like I was his owner. He's like, fucking licking me to death. And he's like, man, I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry, bro. I was like, no, man, it's cool, man. It's cool as they do. I got dogs, man. This is what they do. They like to crawl up on the cars with you. He says, yeah, man, this dog, he don't really like nobody, though. He straight said that. She just said, yeah, but this dog really don't like nobody, though. And I'm like, I didn't panic. I didn't try to run and roll him. I just saw him running. I was like, he's like barreling down the alleyway to like, and I was like, oh shit. If this dog bites me, I'm gonna be so pissed off. Man, this dog looked me about 1,000,000 times in the fucking face. He was like, man, he don't like nobody. I was like, well, he's cool with me. So I don't mind, man. He ain't bothering me at all. Man, I'm sorry, bro. I'm really sorry. I was like, oh, cool, man. I'm cool. I ended up finishing the job and everything. It was all good. I'm always doing something with dogs, man. Always. Because it just, dogs don't bother me. They never did. All right, Miss Abby Twin. Hey, she's getting out of here. I'm getting out of here too. I got to run and check on these damn dogs because it's been about 3 hours and they probably doing something terrible out there. The barbecue dog rescue. That's it. So, man, appreciate you guys for rocking with me on this live stream. You can go back to the beginning, start playing it if you missed the beginning, some interesting stuff in there. Make sure you click the link in the description. If you have not tried, if you were an independent gig worker or independent worker, anything in the year of 2021, I believe, you can try to apply with Scott and Ryan for that tax credit. Try to apply for it. If you get it, you get it. If not, I mean, like I said, right now it's over $200,000 from the drivers on this channel that have went in there and tried to get their tax credits. So the money is sitting there. And so I'm like, jeez, we finna get paid, motherfucker. We finna all have Lambos next month. We gonna all be driving around like, hey, this is Uber Black Lambo. Man, so yeah. Symbols has been lurking. All right. Hey, y'all have a great night out there. Tonight is Friday. Let's make some money this weekend. Tonight's homework, at least convert 2 rides, just 2. You ain't got to do all of them, but I'm going to tell you right now, the shit becomes addictive. Once you convert 1 and you see how easy and seamless it is, oh man, you're going to get addicted. And it goes from converting rides off the app to actually having the confidence to see people in situations to where you think you want to offer them a ride. And you go, hey, if you guys are looking for it, here's my card. Oh, like I said, I've read y'all text messages before from, hey, man, you gave us your card like a month or so ago. I've read y'all text messages from people. They text me right out of the blue. Hey, man, this is Brett. You gave me your card like a month and a half ago. Yep. I remember you, bro. I remember you. Because we sit and we have a conversation real quick. Sometimes you just want to link with somebody and just have a conversation. Go out there, your homework. Start working on your private place. Do not think these apps are going to change their narrative right now. Their narrative is to pay drivers as less as possible to generate as much as possible. The fact that we're out doing cash rides and we're taking riders off the app, it's only going to get worse for them. So if it's going to get worse for them, they're going to try to take it out on all the drivers that are still on the apps. You got to take care of yourself out there. You convert 2-3 rides a day. Let's say 40 and 40. That's $80 you just did in 2 rides. You made $80 in 2 rides. And if your goal is let's 200, you only have to make another $120. So you got probably another 9 rides. So you do 11 rides a day for $200, and that's not a whole lot of miles. And your day is done. You can go home, park the car, use the fuel in there for the next day, use the risk for the next day. Do your homework. Sit where you are and see how far it is to get to the airport. See how far it is to get to a place that everybody goes. See how far it's to the mall. Do your homework and know what people are charging, what these apps are charging at certain parts of the day. Be like, man, how much would it cost to get to the party just from here right now? Oh, man, $42? Cool. Because the app might send you something saying, hey, $13.96 to take them to the party district. But you know they're charging $42. Do your homework. Know your region. Protect your community. Protect the economy of all of us. This is how we do it, man. Much love and much respect. I'm glad you guys rock with me. Get out there. Drive safe, everyone. and convert. And we're going to end it on that. Don't just be out there protesting. Protest with a purpose. Protest with profits. This is how we